How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Injustice 2 Intercontinental Championship, this time for the Middle East. I am Teeken Mustard, and today I am joined on commentary by none other than Mitsu Owens. How are you doing, man? It's been quite a while since we got to do this.
Excellent. Yeah, last time in Vignali, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, for
man, it
Mortal
was.
Kombat. Yeah,
Yeah, oh my lord. How
that was
long
a
ago
good
was
time for
Biennale
sure.
now? A good couple months, right?
A
2 or
couple
3
of months,
months?
yeah. Hey man,
Oh my lord.
time flies by quickly.
It does
It is
indeed,
what it is.
especially when you are a international Injustice 2 player, and that is the aim of the game today. So welcome back to anyone that tuned in yesterday and watched, of course, K-Top and Do Basic qualify in our European East qualifier for the Intercontinental Championship. But today is all about the Middle East. And just a quick reminder to those of you watching that might be unfamiliar with what this circuit is. This is the international portion of the Injustice Pro Series. Of course, we've had Northern Arena for Canada. We've had Liga Latina. Obviously, you've got Last Chance Qualify for America later on. But this is the international portion where we are going to be having 8 players qualify for a Vienna top 8 in just a couple of weeks' time. We have 2 from each cup. There are 4 cups in total. We've had top 2 from Australia already. We've had top 2 from Europe East. And today is Middle East. And next Saturday is going to be Europe West. So there are 4 spots left to go for this top 8. And the winner of the Vienna top 8 will be qualifying as a guaranteed invite for the Injustice Pro Series. So this is all about qualifying for the Pro Series finals and being a guaranteed international representation there. And that really is, I think, the story of today, as Teeken Master has tried so many times this year to get into the finals. And this truly is his last chance.
It really is. I mean, we are halfway there when it comes to the Intercontinental Championship. And we have already 4 people qualifying. We have Wesminator, we have Gilbax from Australia. We just had yesterday Do Basic and K-Top. And yeah, today we have the Middle East Teeken Master, man. It's been quite a story. He was very dominant in season 1. I mean, right off the bat, he got 2nd place at Combo Breaker 2017. But this time, maybe a top 8, top 16 here and there, but nothing significant. Something that boosts him up when it comes to those points. And yeah, I don't think he's going to the last chance qualifier, but this is basically his last chance. And looking at the top 8 and at the players as a whole, I think he does have some realistic chances to make it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good opportunity for Tekken Master. I think you really hit the nail on the head in the sense that this has been a rough year for him. Of course, he was massively successful in year 1, hasn't really translated to this year. But as we get towards, I suppose, the desperation side of the year, where obviously he's running out of opportunities, this is case in point his chance to do so, because it's just top 2 today. Top 2 in today's tournament will qualify for the finals. So you just have to make grand finals. That's the goal, to get to Vienna, and then you have to win there. But we can talk about Tekken Master to the cows come home, but his opponent, the Reverse 25, those of you that watched Biennality this year for Injustice 2 will recognize this guy. He is one of the Middle Eastern players, one of the Middle Eastern crew that came down alongside Tekken Master to compete in Biennality, as it was Europe's only IPS event this year. And it was this tidy Scarecrow, this proper optimized, very calculated Scarecrow. I think there are multiple ways of playing Scarecrow. You can keep it basic, you can play for the the plus frames and the grabs, but the Reverse is very technical. Very much plays for the optimization, and he did kind of sweep his way through to this point. The Reverse 3-0 his first opponent, 3-0 his second, 3-1 his third, and here he is against Tekken Master. And again, Tekken Master also has a dominant path, so this is going to be quite a match. We can hope.
I mean, let's not forget, at Vignali, he caused an upset, sending Happy Paw, none other than Happy Paw, to lose.
He did.
Yeah.
No, that's true. It was such a good match as well, right? I feel like it was Happy Paw just definitely getting caught off guard by the Reverse. We can see that it's going to be Atrocitus versus Scarecrow. And this is the first time I think Tekken Master has used Atrocitus today. This has been one of his comfort characters for a very long time, but see if it can work against the Reverse.
I mean, it's vintage Tekken Master, really. I mean, this is his go-to character. Even though he teased like he was going to drop him, not quite. He still believes in him. And
he can't quit it, man. He just can't quit Atrocitus. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's made for this character, but Reverse gonna go for that push block. I'm really interested to see what the neutral is like with this match though, because these are 2 characters that really provide long range normals. But the problem is there's a lot of whiff recovery from both of them, and these are 2 characters that really thrive in whiff punishing also. So I wonder how dangerous that's going to end up being as the Reverse. He's going to lose that first life bar, but pretty evenly fought. He's got half of his traumatized bar filled up, so he's going to not really struggle at all, I think, to build that if he can. It depends as to whether it's going to make a difference or not as Tekken Master gets his blood siphon activated.
I mean, you as a Scarecrow player, how do you feel about this matchup?
Oh, I haven't played Scarecrow in a very long time. I'm not sure if I can really help you there. But I mean, I feel like back, in the early days, it was kind of difficult to really understand. Of course, Atrocitus was in the beta, and Scarecrow was truly a day one character, so it was really hard to tell, like, how it would end up being. But the big thing is, obviously, Atrocitus, he's a big guy, so that powerful jump 3, the jump heavy from Scarecrow, he's gonna get a lot of mileage out of that. Tekken Master trying to go for some optimization on the cat combos, isn't going to be able to. But even though Tekken Master hasn't got a huge amount from the cat, look at the bar he's got because of it. And there's the Meteor Burn back 3 reaction from reverse.
I mean, that's the Tekken Master special right there. The early flash, he loves going for that. Just so get the chance to get that flash out of there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a matchup that I don't think it's going to be too difficult to end up going for the clash. I don't think either character really thrives on unclashable damage aside from just the traditional back 3.
Yeah.
It's the reverse. Getting one bar, spending it straight away. Tekken Master, they get hit by the grab. The problem with reverse right now is he has no traumatize and no bar to work with. Trying to go for that neutral jump on the read, but it's going to work.
This is going to be tricky. Look at all that bar. Dexter is out.
Uh-oh, no clash here. Can't clash. Yep, that's going to be 100% the game. Reverse is going to lose that one pretty even, but Tekken Master not really looking too stressed out, I think, at any point. I think this really is one of those matchups where it really is about just trying to deny Scarecrow the option to get his game going. Obviously, we know that Scarecrow he's got long limbs, he's got the full screen options with buttons, but it's not really going to help you against Atrocitus if he's got the cat out. I think as soon as Dexter is up, he's going to have to be careful, because I know that Scarecrow has some buttons that will go through, for example, like the shield. I think if Atrocitus puts the shield up, like some of Scarecrow's buttons will go through it and nullify it. But I don't think he really needs to. I think Tekken Master was really just keeping it simple, going for the balls and only the projectiles, and just really holding on to the life lead.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it kept it simple. I mean, both with large normals. I mean, the back two from Atrocitus, the dive from Scarecrow, but yeah, kept it
just
simple.
Range. Range is king in this matchup. I think it's gonna be one of those matchups that's really likely heavy. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's really gonna be about just sitting on it while you can. Oh, they're down 2, but it traded, so no first bar awarded. Again.
Okay. 3 times the charm.
Oh no. You see just a raw blood puddle off of Dexter projectile. Get it. Oh, a missed opportunity there for Tekken Master. Uses the last hit of his trait just to make sure he gets some damage. But already half a bar gone. Ooh,
what a cancel. No punish on the last hit of his trait.
Not yet. Tempting. Oh, and that's a big whip. That's case in point. Case in point what I was saying before about the long whip recovery. That Scarecrow down 2 having such range, but you miss it against Atrocitus. That's been easy whip punish, and that's been chip damage for sure.
What type of whip punish was that though? Almost 500% out of a whip punish. That was a costly down 2.
It just goes to show that how careful you have to be. That was literally one whip button in mid-screen near a background bounce, and it was basically the round off it. It wasn't just the combo, it was the option to get some more chip damage on the back of it anyway. But you could be ending the combo early, going for the traumatized wake up throw from Tekken Master. Brave stuff coming through.
Oh yes, whip punish on his own. How much is it?
Right, that's going to be about high 300, so a decent chunk at least. But the big thing here is he was sitting point blank and built so much of his trait in the process, but Tekken Master finding another opportunity to summon Dexter. Oh, but no whip punish attempt. You mean you have to be careful. As long as the cat is on the screen, you have to hesitate every time you press a button.
I think he could have let that back 3 rip. Not sure if he was in range, but...
Oh, again, he's trying to place these jump 2s to just get out of range, but it just isn't working so far. I love the way Tekken Master is just using the breath to just occupy the space. It's doing a great job of just keeping the reverse grounded. Oh, the shield comes up. That's a good trade for Tekken Master. Every single time they trade like this, it's going to be better for him because he has that massive life lead.
Okay. More cancel.
I think he was just predicting the forward 1 from Scarecrow. Oh, he tried to go for the dive. Not sure what that was from reverse. He went for a point blank forward 1. That lunge is strong, but from that range, you have to be careful. Uh-oh, this is danger territory. Anytime you get hit by the orb and you're blocking, this is chip damage.
This is looking rough. And you know as well that he was smashing Dexter to come out. As soon as he was...
not to, right?
Yeah. Oh! He did bait it, but the down 2 will be wise to it. Smart button.
Plus frames though, what's going to happen? Good blocks from Tekken Master. Patience, and the second he sees reverse is going for plus frames, push blocks him immediately. Uh-oh, and that might be game. Having the cat out might guarantee this. I don't know. Oh, no. Wait, did it didn't do enough? Oh, no, he landed on it. Oh, dearie me. I hate that kind of thing happen.
That was almost that was a win button. That was a win button for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was always going to be difficult for reverse at the end there. I feel like it was... there was good intentions at the end, trying to dodge, trying to use the the mist just to keep himself in the air, but the cat just fires projectiles at such a wonky angle. It's just, it's that kind of weird diagonal line down. It tracks where you are, and the tracking puddle on top of it. There's only so much you could have done. But that is going to bring Tekken Master to a comfortable 2-game lead already. I mean, we said before that I feel like it's Tekken Master. He really is the elephant in the room here. Like, he is expected by, I'd say, a good 99% of viewers right now to anticipate he is going to be one of the qualified players today. And this is why. He is proven time and time again to be the strongest player from the Middle East, and this is kind of why. He just has this level of dominance over the competition. But that said, the reverse, he is down 2 games, but I have to see if he can reverse things to 3-2. It's going to be difficult, but hopefully for his sake he can make it happen.
I mean, if you think Middle East, the first name that comes to your mind should be Tekken Master. I think he lives up to the expectations right now.
But if Reverse can do more like that, if he can make those big reads on the Dexter activation and just get those long-range jump-ins, then that will help out. Because look at that, Tekken Master, he summoned the cat, but he got hit immediately, and half of the trade time was wasted straight away. And that's the exactly the kind of thing that Reverse needs. When Tekken Master has the cat ready, that's going to be way more difficult to deal with than without.
Oh, that's good punish.
The big problem Reverse has here is he hasn't had a lot of bar to spend, to be honest. Oh, nice. Not maximum damage, but he's taking whenever he can, keeping the life lead.
Oh, yes.
Preemptive down 2, I like it.
Oh, the Tekken Master special. Down 1 into 1 negative. There you go.
Absolutely. The cat. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, no. Yeah, he misses the second puddle. That's really huge for Tekken Master. Oh, the Reverse consistently missing the fuzzy on the end. Just hasn't been able to block it. But no, choosing not to meter burn the interactable was a big mistake. It did end up getting him hit. The interactable was gone. He's able to even things out somewhat, but look at the bar he doesn't have. Tekken Master almost 4, and the cat is almost back in play again.
I mean, that's been the story of the set, really. I mean, he's always on that meter advantage. Tekken Master, that is.
Yeah, but that's just atrocious, When you're doing most of the work with the cat, you're spending your trait in places you would normally spend meter. He just hasn't needed to. Of course, it means he's always going to be able to have the advantage. We haven't seen Reverse be able to win a clash yet. Tekken Master he's been managing his bar so beautifully. There we go, spending the bar for the knockdown, wasting some more cat time.
Such a nice combo just to, get Dexter.
And that's exactly what he's managed to do, is Dexter is back. And again, the gap. Oh, I mean, I feel like this is really the story of the matchup. Scarecrow thrives on being able to get those fair wave meter burns, you get the plus frames, but whenever there's a gap, and there is a gap, Dexter is he's firing projectiles and he's just putting a stop to it straight away. I don't think at any point the Reverse has been able to really get a substantial loop of block pressure. And Tekken Master, looking to just chip him down, has no intention on ending this quickly.
He's barely pressing anything.
Oh, but even then, yeah, he needed to clash. Tekken Master has a massive life lead though, but that had to be a clash in Reverse. He's going to be going down to Magic Pixel here, but I mean, he had no choice.
Cypher, yes. All right, both activate.
Uh-oh. Look at
That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Look at him.
Oh, man. The cojones on this man right here.
He was walking in with bad intentions, I'm telling you.
Yep, he just activated Blood Siphon and just walked at the man. It's like, come on, what you got? You ain't got nothing. And then, I mean, it was another one of those situations, right? Being stuck on Magic Pixel versus Atrocitus with a tracking special move, a move that does damage when you're standing next to him. I'm pretty sure that's karma. That Scarecrow player is getting what's coming to him, I think. But of course, that's going to be a clean 3-0 for Tekken Master as he's going to move on towards winners finals. So that means that already Tekken Master is 1 match away from qualifying for grand finals and qualifying for the top 8 in Vienna later. I keep saying later this year, but it's literally in 2 weeks.
It's even less
than a fortnight from now.
It's on the 6th. It's incredible. It's
13 days.
It's happening so fast. It's great. It's great, really.
Indeed, but that's going to be a clean win from Tekken Master. Of course, the Reverse, I feel like that set wasn't a great representation of what the Reverse is capable of. I feel like those of us that saw the Reverse at Biennality, we know he has the potential to play really well and be a super clean Scarecrow player, but I feel like Tekken Master just played that matchup perfectly and did a good job of just shutting down anything that the Reverse could try doing. And that's the sign of a strong player, understanding how to make that happen and make it work. Reverse going to be going down to losers bracket now, but that doesn't mean we're moving on to our second winner's side match, which I believe is going to be Shark Teeth versus Homo. So it's going to be another one of those Biennality players coming back in again. The Biennality boys, it really is a question of I feel like all the players we're seeing in winner's side, these were the Middle East players that traveled to Viennality. It's almost like entering offline majors can help make you a better player, but who am I to judge?
Who would have thought? I mean, these people, I got to give a shout out to them. These people made Vignali so much more enjoyable. Like, they are so hyped. When one of their boys is on stage playing, they go insane. And there was like this friendly rivalry between the Middle East guys and the Europe guys, especially like the French guys. And they were going in, screaming on the top of the lungs. And that was so fun. But even, after the sets were done, everything showed respect and, love and all of that. And that was great. There is definitely a lot of high people from the Middle East.
No, it was great. It just goes to show that if you're not going to travel all that distance, because Middle East to Vienna, I'm bad at geography. I don't know how far away that is off the top of my head, but it was a trip. They had to fly down together.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna go all that distance and play this game together the way they do, and not bring that kind of energy with you, right? It's the same thing whenever you watch, and it happens in any scene. You watch the French guys play basically any fighting game. They're always going ballistic for each other. The UK boys back in the day used to do the same thing. It's a camaraderie, right? It's your group, it's your group of friends, your group of fellow players from that part of the world trying to represent, and they did well for themselves. As Shark Teeth and Tekken Master, of course, managing to consistently show up, and today it's going to be a question of Tekken Master getting to winners finals. Can Shark Teeth get winners finals also? I feel like Shark Teeth and Tekken Master really were the safe assumptions to making it to the finals, but only based on how much we've seen of them. I feel like it's a question of, these are the two players we've seen the most from the Middle East this year, but now this is an opportunity for their fellow Middle East players to compete. Will they be the two best Middle East players, like the world is currently led to believe, or will there be an upset here, and will that not be the case?
I mean, I think it was a easy go-to option, going with the only sponsored players, I believe, from the Middle East when it comes to NRS.
I mean, shout outs to NASA, right? Shout outs to NASA for supporting these boys and giving this region a chance to show what they got.
Doing quite work. I mean, both making it to winner's side top 8, and if that's a big if Shark Teeth should make it into advance in the brackets, at least one Nasser member will be guaranteed for the Vienna top 8. I mean, definitely something that is not to be underestimated. But like you said, it's not only the easy go-to option, but it's not necessarily the right go-to option, because people like Shark Teeth, like Teeken Master, at some point were unknown players, and especially in a big unknown area like the Middle East, which is quite big, don't get me wrong, there might be some sleepers in there. Maybe still early in the top 8, we shall see, or might see, an upset.
Well, this is the chance for us to see that.
Yes,
I feel
definitely.
like that is the case with all of these cups. I think we have had a chance to see it, every now and then too. Is these online cups where you get these players that aren't always able to go and compete offline in the way they would like to. Maybe they don't live near some way that's a possibility. Maybe they aren't able to travel, but this is the chance for them to play. Compete from home, online, in your comfort zone. And this is the chance we get to see those breakout players. However, Homo, we have seen him before. Like I said, he was at Viennality also, mainly known for being a cheetah player. But it looks like today he's actually going to be playing Atom, as he did qualify this far, winner's side top 8 with Atom. I believe defeating Yemeni on the way also. So definitely has been working on this Atom for quite some time. Shark Teeth bringing out that Supergirl. That, of course, this is Shark Teeth's one and only character at this point. He has dabbled in a few others, but Supergirl really is where he's settled down. So this should be a good one.
I teach quantum physics at Ivy
like you said, is known for that dangerous cheetah, but I think he also likes, for certain matchups, some Cyborg, some Starfire. I mean, Starfire, who doesn't like her? Some Atom, obviously. So let's see if we shall see a switch in the mid-set.
But an immediate punish from Shark Teeth. Of course, he's going to be ready for that. Shark Teeth and Tekken Master, they play all the time, and Atom is a character Tekken Master himself has also. All the double jump in. Now, we're going to be seeing a lot of trickiness from Shark Teeth here. He's obviously a very, competent Supergirl player at this point. He's been playing her for the entire 2 years that the game's been out. But it really is, say a year and a half, I suppose, is more accurate. But of course, it has always been Supergirl. And you don't play a character for that long and not be ready. And that's going to be an immediate punish with a throw. Not enough damage, just slightly off the mark.
And that is quite a statement to make from Shark Teeth. I mean, I think it's fair to say that he is pretty much the cleanest Supergirl at this point.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I feel like he's arguably almost the only Supergirl. I know we saw shades, from Nebek yesterday, but generally speaking, we haven't really seen much of Supergirl at all this year. I know, of course, Scar always played Supergirl, Theo used to, but these are players that we don't get to see her too often as a character. It's nice to see Shark Teeth still bringing it out, getting anti-air by the stomp, but with this kind of life lead, Shark Teeth can 100% afford to take those. You see Homo really just trying to play full speed. Atom without trait is considerably less dangerous, but Homo, he's really got to watch out for those just punishable moves, because that's not the first or even the second time we've seen that punished easily by Shark Teeth. Clearly ready all the time.
And you don't often see that.
Oh, make that 4 times. Oh no!
All right. Should we count that as a punish, anyone?
I mean, it's the standing one connected, but I definitely feel like that was an example of Shark Teeth maybe thinking to himself like, all right, I've punished this like 3 times. There's no way you'll do it again.
Wait.
I mean, Homo, this is the Atom way. Just 1 hit at a time, slowly bringing this back. Oh, and there it is. Uses the trait. I'll be honest, a pretty expensive way to take that round. Obviously, this trait does have some serious cooldown to it, but if Homo, nice. Background bounce also.
Wait a minute, what happened? Yeah. What happened to the life lead, Mustard?
It's disappearing. It's disappearing quickly. Now Homo, he doesn't have a clash, but now neither will Shark Teeth. It's just like that. Homo is able to completely bring this one back.
2-2 again.
Got a bar. Yeah, he's got a bar. He's got trait. He stands, but no, he's cashing out.
All right, some signs. Okay, here it comes. The early down 2.
That was a risky down 2 from Shark Teeth as well. Ended up taking a ton of damage for it.
These trades are definitely not in his favor right now. Shark Teeth.
Oh, dash up, but Homo, he's being patient. Oh, hang on, just a second.
Found it.
He's gonna have to fast air escape, does he? No, he doesn't. Taking the damage.
Okay, here it comes, Mustard. Here it comes. Does he block? Oh! He blocked it all!
The whole thing, and he's got the bar.
He blocked it all! Oh, wow. That was a clutch play.
Supergirl. Yeah, that was literally a make-or-break. Oh no, Homo,
he's talking.
Oh no.
You know he's not happy with that one.
No, of course not. I mean, I don't think any of us would be happy in that situation. But of course, like it's. Oh, I feel like that's honestly one of those Supergirl, do or die situations. If Homo had that blocked, it was dead. If it connected, Shark Teeth was going to lose. So Homo really did just bet on a full sequence of Atom trait. But Shark Teeth, showing that he's got the patience, the ability to block. I mean, I think that really is something you need to show an Atom player, is you are able to block a full rep of the trait. If someone's just going to pull the trigger and just let it rock, you have to be able to deal with it for those exact situations.
I mean, I think it makes sense that he went to the trade, but he blocking everything right there. I mean, there's only so much you can block, especially when it comes to Atom. But that was a clutch block if I've ever seen it.
No, it was tough, and it's hard to block Atom even when the game doesn't depend on it. So being able to block a full sequence of that trait, knowing that if you get hit by it, that's it, game is over. Like that's very respectable. With Shark Teeth moving straight into this next game, and again another even match here. But Homo, no trait activated. Got a nice little bit of damage from it beforehand, but oh no! I think perhaps a missed breath from Shark Teeth there, trying to punish with the down 1. Oh, catching him straight out of the air. I like it. Looks like from full screen, Shark Teeth really does try and just preemptively stop the trait in the air, because Homo is consistently activating and trying to go nuts, but Shark Teeth is just sticking out buttons. Oh, the miss!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shark Teeth actually lost a lot of health from the miss there.
Something. There it is. He found it.
Good jump, big boy reads on the throw. That's going to be an easy punish. Shark Teeth, big read, and a big payout. Oh, and again, Shark Teeth is just playing one step ahead.
Look
and
at
again,
it. Look at it.
Jump.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh no.
He's wise to it now, to the down 2. He's wise to it.
Yeah, that's the second time in the set Shark Teeth tried to preemptively down to the trait, and Homo is beaten clean. But I mean, I'm assuming it works, and Shark Teeth has done it in practice. Otherwise, he wouldn't be consistently going for it, right?
Oh. Punishing the wake up.
I'll take you down to Micro Town.
I doubt it.
God, this character is such a dork.
25%, that is. Let's see. Same side.
Oh, Shark Teeth. I wonder if that was just a stagger attempt. Oh, Homo getting out there, but trying to press buttons on recovery. Shark Teeth, he hasn't got any bar, so Homo doesn't have to worry about dying on the next touch until he gets access to Peter.
Oh yes! Full block on the whole sequence. That's impressive.
Oh! Shark Teeth, just every button is connecting. Wake up, Super! No! Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Oh, but he didn't punish.
He was ready for the second hit. That's interesting.
Oh, Homo. That was a panic button. That was unfortunately a panic button from Homo there. That super was not the call to make. Supergirl wins. And I'll be honest, I'm happy that Shark Teeth blocked the second hit. How many times how many times have we seen players? They'll block the first, forget about the second, and then just get opened up. Yeah.
It's not every day you see Adam go for a super anyway. If you see, you know, maybe Gur, and that hits most of the time, you know.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like we've actually seen more supers from Atom than arguably any other character in a tournament saying. I feel like, because like, it really depends on the character and what the utility does, and if they even realistically find themselves with 4 bars, right? It depends how meter intensive the character is. I think Flash is one of those characters you see a lot of supers from, but that's understandable, right? Because it's just so strong. Of course. But, you know, Homo is going to be going back to Cheetah.
Oh, yes.
This is the character that he really kind of debuted with at Biennality. Hasn't played it yet today.
This Cheetah is, you know, I mean, Cheetah as a whole is an explosive character, but it's just somewhat dirty. I mean, your life, if he gets the clean hit, just vanishes.
Yeah, she does a lot of damage off a lot of situations, but Shark Teeth burning that wake up. Losing a bar for it. Homo spending a bar. Okay, trait set up. Oh, the down 2 again. That's gonna be a deal breaker in this set. It's just that quick and amazing hitbox on that Supergirl down 2.
Oh, pressing all the buttons.
Oh, I don't know about that from Homo. I feel like Homo might be crumbling somewhat here. It's just these defensive options just not working out for him. And Shark Teeth is just spacing perfectly. You see him just dancing just out of the range of the sweep from Cheetah. And again, another life lead going and a clean match point. Shark Teeth, much like Tekken Master beforehand, his teammate looking to take this 3-0 at this rate.
Okay, trades up. Let's see if he can get a big play. Not quite.
Oh, there we go. Oh no, that was really unfortunate. She just wasn't looking in the right direction. And again, Shark Teeth, he scouts out the lunge. Every single button Homo presses is being punished or isn't connecting. Shark Teeth is playing so clean.
It's interesting. I mean, so many punches. He can get anything going barely. All right, air to air.
That should have been the life bar, I'm sure, if it connected as well.
With the background bounce.
Oh, another chance.
Oh wow, he was ready for it. Interesting.
I mean, props to Homo. This is a style of Cheetah that we can see players commit to, right? You know, you really live by the leap. You know, just because they get out here doesn't mean you shouldn't. And again, the call out on the overhead grab. I like it from Homo. Homo not afraid to make these big risks. I mean, he's down 2 games in life bar, right?
Homo's definitely still in this. Still has 2 bars to work with, but he's on life support.
Especially now that Shark Teeth doesn't have a wager, right? It means that these huge damage possibilities we might see now, especially if Homo can get that trait up. Obviously easier said than done. Launching grab.
Wait a minute. This should hurt.
Oh no!
That was not the drop he needed.
Oh no, Shark Teeth some buttons, but Homo not ready again. Oh!
Oh wow, what?
That was a big anti-cross up down 2. Oh,
that's a thing.
Ending early.
Okay, same side. No, what a block.
Oh, and again, Homo. He's not putting too many buttons. The traitor's up. This is a chance. If he can get opening here.
Oh, one hit. Wait a minute.
Oh, no, he dropped it again. No, he must have anticipated the air tech. He must have thought an air tech was coming. That was game. Homo, he made the read on the air tech, and Shark Teeth did not bite. And the traitor's gone again from Homo.
Okay, wait a minute. He's still in a good position. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ooh. Plus frames.
Back to back.
Again.
Oh, grab. Here's one bar.
Wait. Okay.
There we go.
He's popping off.
Yes, he is.
There you go, Amu. Pop off, man.
He's still going. Listen. Amazing. Oh, what a finish. That is honestly that is why that is the kind of stuff that you like to hear, right? Because I feel like this is almost poetic for Homo. You know, he really is like a big advocate for Cheetah. You know, he's a big fan of this character. And to go down 2 games with Atom and to then win the first game with Cheetah, it just goes to show. Just because you think a matchup might be better doesn't mean it's the right choice for you in the moment. You know, if we see this reverse 3-2 with Cheetah, that will be, you know, a message that Homo must remember.
That would be crazy.
That's what he's going to want, but obviously, you know, that's still a big ask. Shark Teeth is still looking good. Oh, especially if he's going to get those clean jumpers like that.
Still on life support, 2-1 Shark Teeth, but we've seen it now. He's got it.
Oh, set up again. Oh, disrespect from Shark Teeth. I wonder if, from Homo even, I wonder if Shark Teeth opted to go for the down 2 combo there. Again, the patience. It really, that requires a lot of discipline from Shark Teeth. But wow, a very strange drop there.
Oh, hold on.
This is definitely a bit of a sloppy game, but there's the reactionary down 2.
This does not look good. Once again, Shark Teeth on match point. I mean, it's got to be frustrating. Every time you press a button, it's getting punished.
Yeah, but I think a big part there was just
Look at that.
Like it's the corner control. It's the way Shark Teeth is just denying him the opportunity. But there's a grab. Oh, but there's a delay wake up. Okay, here's a chance. Corner combo.
Make this count.
It doesn't drop it this time. Set up. Oh wow! Delay wake up into wake up neutral jump. Shark Teeth is playing like 2 steps ahead. Oh, get out of the air.
Alright, interrupt.
Again, that down 2.
Shark Teeth is just ready for everything.
Oh, last one cross up. Yeah, great block.
I mean, one combo realistically, and Shark Teeth's bar is gone. But it does not look
if he can get the chance. Yeah, Homo isn't able to air tech either. Oh, the big.
Alright,
that was a big decision.
Okay, make it count. Make it count. Alright, that's love bar at least.
That was crazy. Literally, Homo, he just got off the ground and just went ballistic. Hasn't got the trait now though, but he has to be careful. Oh!
Alright, let's see it. Does he have it?
Oh, no, he doesn't. And that's going to be an instant trait from Shark Teeth. I mean, even if Homo happened to leap, I mean, Shark Teeth, he had a full bar of life to work with. That's going to be a 3-1 win. Shark Teeth could be moving into winners finals. So you are correct. It's what you said before. There is going to be guaranteed NASA esports representation at the Vienna finals, as both NASA Tekken Master and NASA Shark Teeth have both made it into winners finals, which means that one of them is guaranteed to make grand finals, which means that one of them is guaranteed to make the top 8 in Vienna. So congratulations to NASA esports overall. But of course, the players, they'll be happy with that from a team standpoint, but they still got to play for themselves. You know, like you can play for the representation all you want, but ultimately it is about yourself. You know, these guys have both been putting in the grind. Tekken Master, you know, he came so close to making it in the points leaderboard. You know, Tekken Master is going to be gunning for this more than anyone in this top 8.
I mean, wasn't it like literally a 5 points difference between him and Happy Paw? I think it was literally 5 points.
It was close. It was super close. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know it was a very close margin.
I don't think it's more than 10 points.
No, it was close at the very least, and unfortunately, closes still means didn't happen. Unfortunately for Tekken Master, but of course that does mean we're now done with winners for now. As we move into our next 2 losers bracket matches, which is going to be Omi versus Tekken Legend. We haven't seen Tekken Legend in a long time, and of course the famous Yemeni versus UAE Ghost 555. Now, this is a mix of 2 players I don't think we've seen before. I think Omi and Ghost we really haven't seen, I think, in a broadcast like this. Tekken Legend we saw back in the MK Cup days, back in MKX. I don't think we've seen him in Injustice yet, off the top of my head. Of course, I could be wrong, but I know we used to see a bit of Tekken Legend in the MKX days. He would travel around with Tekken Master all the time. We saw him at EVO here and there, saw him at the MK Cup. And of course, Yemeni really kind of burst onto the scene at Biennality last year, having some amazing matches with this green arrow, the super tidy green arrow, and taking out some strong players in his wake. So it's good to see them both back here again today.
Yeah, I mean, I've met Tekken Legend 2017 at Vignale. That was, like I said,
was he there last year?
That was 2016. Sorry, that was 2000.
I think it may have been 2016.
Yeah, it was. I skipped 2017, unfortunately. But yeah, I think he plays Black Manta. I'm not 100% familiar and sure about Omni, but yeah, Black Manta, a character we don't see too often. I mean, we've just saw him with Sonic Fox, obviously with a crazy comeback. But yeah, definitely someone who lacks representation, I believe.
I find that so weird. Like, honestly, I feel like this game is full of characters that are really strong that no one plays for some reason. Like, and I think Black Manta is definitely one of them. Like, Black Manta is an incredible character through and through. Like, great buttons, great chip damage, great meter build, great utility. I think all he's really lacking is like a trait that is like practical in a lot of situations. I feel like that's the biggest thing that might let Black Manta down. As I know he's got some trait shenanigans, but you know, it's not the main use his trait does or the main use his trait has, I should say, at the moment, seems to be just for extending damage off of certain opportunities, right? Getting those like double jumping heavy attacks, and that's not really what you want a trait to be. You kind of want your trait to define your character. You know, character power is really supposed to really shape what that character does in the grand scheme of things. And I feel like arguably Black Manta is missing that, but he's not bad without it. You know what I mean? He still has uses for his trait, and he still has other options aside from it. So honestly, I wish we had more players willing to use Black Manta, because I feel like he really is super strong right now.
Definitely good normals, good specials, you know, for the advancing strings. And yeah, you said it yourself, he's a good character, but there's better characters, you know? So that's why I think it's not the main go-to option for all these top players.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like also, like, he's a DLC character, right? So, and whilst now that's not a huge talking point, you know, a lot of the players in the scenes, they made their character choices early, right? And they stuck with those characters early on, which I feel might be the similar reason we don't see so many like Red Hood players, you know, and characters like that. You know, Sub-Zero is decent, Red Hood is decent, but you know, you definitely do start to go towards some characters that have flaws, and that's probably why they're not played too much. But I guess we'll see as the rest of the year shapes up. Of course, Black Manta still could have a space. I'm not sure if that's what we'll be seeing from Tekken Legend today, though. Looking at his bracket and his journey through this today, it does seem like he played some Atom early on. Unfortunately, was sent to losers by a DQ. I can only assume he must have just turned up late. So good on him for getting to top 8 loser side at the very least. But he played in his losers journey to top 8. He played some Atom and he played some Superman. So maybe you're expecting some Superman. Of course, Undertaker is the tag for him. As Undertaker is what I believe he changed his name to late in MKX, but of course still signing up on this side. Tekken Legend, but it's looking like you were correct. It looks like it's actually going to be Black Manta versus Sub-Zero.
Wait. Look at that Sub-Zero skin, though.
It's very edgy and dark. And I'm not saying edgy in a meme sense. I'm saying edgy because he is literally covered in edges. Look at this man.
All right, nice save, Master.
Oh no, I'm forced on the... okay, there we go. Back in.
Let's see it, the battle of the DLC then.
It is indeed, Sub-Zero. I mean, I love Sub-Zero, man. I love the fact that Sub-Zero has, like, developed a way in this game that he doesn't just look like Sub-Zero, like, again, right? There's always those kind of, like, anticipations of, well, you know, he's got all his MKX moves, is he just going to be, like, a diet MKX? But the way he's like, you know, shaped into this game, he really does his own thing.
I think we're pretty unique when it comes to Justice. By no means is this MK Sub-Zero.
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, he's still very much built around the clone, but the clone in itself functions differently. You definitely don't have access to as many clones as, you know, you would in other games, for example. But the big thing is really, you know, the restands, the ambiguous jumping too, because this is a back-to-block fighting game, so, you know, that in itself gives Sub-Zero a new dynamic. But right now, Omar is kind of just all over Tekken Legend right now.
Uh-oh, no, the X1 not.
Be glad this is not the
Yep, Meterbun is just going to chew up the harpoon for free. It does count as a projectile, so it's not going to do anything. Oh! Wait, he definitely could have backed up. He definitely could have flew back.
Release. I will shatter you.
All right, Omni looking pretty dominant right now.
A strong showing, for sure. He has one buff. Oh, the slide underneath. Oh, the low. Tekken Legend is just getting overwhelmed. I feel like everything. Oh, the Meatbone forward 3!
Everything's working out for Omni. Look at that, getting hit by everything. Look at that.
Oh, the stagger into the throw. Tekken Legend is really struggling.
Alright, just for good measure.
Okay, is this going to do anything? I'm not sure. Ah, the scaling, unfortunately. I feel like Omi can really afford to take his time here. He has such a massive life lead. Oh,
okay,
strange that harpoon. Of course, we know that Black Manta's going to be building quite a lot of bars, so he doesn't have to really hesitate to throw it out like that. Especially without a clash ready to go. And again, another opportunity. And again, okay, slowly but surely. Do you think he can make this happen? I mean, it's going to be difficult. He doesn't have a lot of bar left anymore. And
I mean,
of course, so there's going to be a Sub-Zero with the clone as he slowly works his way in.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I mean, he cannot afford to trade. I mean,
oh, especially like that.
Or can
Oh no! He just went literally head first into a clone. Oh man.
There was a lot of individual hits, but nothing, you know, I didn't see anything, nothing significant when it comes to that.
All right, so I've got a question for you. How does Sub-Zero do that? You know Sub-Zero's win pose, where he clearly grabs the neck, lifts the head up, and it's the classic Sub-Zero fatality. How does he do that against Black Manta, where there is no neck on show, with literally one hand? What does he touch? If he put one hand either side of the head and lifted it up, maybe, but does he just break through?
That's too deep for me to explain.
Maybe there's a bit of neck. That's all we need.
Yeah. But Starfire definitely having more to grab. So let's see if this can make a change.
This is going to be the change.
I mean, he likes to zone up, so let's see if he can win the zoning war against Starfire.
I mean, I feel like it's not a bad choice. Like you said, he got the majority of his damage, especially when he was looking to make somewhat of a comeback in the first game. Almost all of that damage came from just harpoons and air harpoons. So it was basically projectiles. And what you would normally pick Black Manta to do, he wasn't able to get going. But Omi gonna catch him in the air. I like it. Oh no! Must have just anticipated a bit more gravity, but no. Too low to the ground. Oh wow, big hit there. Hasn't got the bar to get more damage off this, but still not bad at all to get the life lead and the wake up immediately from Tekken Legend. Oh!
Chip. Look at that.
A lot of chip damage.
Oh, that was close though. It almost flew right into the clone. That could have been disastrous.
I feel like a lot of that damage came from interactable usage though, and those interactables are no longer here. So I wonder if Omi can kind of work his way in a bit more traditionally now. Still got the lead, but to the side, not so much. Oh, alright, good air dash. Okay, nice. Oh, that was such a nice hammer drop. Just to call out the instant anti-air attempt. Legend. Okay, that's what he needs. Pushing it towards the corner as well. Tekken Legend now, back to the wall. Does he use the interactable to get rid of it?
For sure. There it is, on cue. I mean, why is he doing that? I mean,
he got punished the first time, but wasn't punished big time the second time. So maybe he's just well, the damage he'll take for doing it if it gets punished is still worth being out of the corner against Sub-Zero, maybe? He's willing to just take that trade. And Sub-Zero, he's got good corner carry, but it's not what it used to be.
It's so strange though, literally on the top of the screen.
Especially she flips upwards, right, before she actually moves forward. Yeah. And so much damage! It still throws me off watching the ice ball actually do not just damage in this game, but a respectable amount. It's literally a projectile worth of damage, and they sped it up not too long ago.
By itself, but almost every single one, I believe, hit. I mean, it might have been every single one.
Oh, no, he didn't push the low, but didn't get hit anyway. No. But the down one, Tekken Legend with a wake up down one wasn't the answer. And Omi is taking the second game and a much more traditional fatality. Take that, Starfire. Tekken Legend is going to be going down 2 games.
He died with full bar as well. You hate to see that.
Especially a character like Starfire that gets so much out of those bars as well. Like
wake
Starfire
up with options.
Bar, yeah, exactly. It's better Tamaranian charges. It's spending bar on the trait to make it a mid. It's options, right? It's options that she needs. It's mid burn back 3s. I mean, the list goes on. That's what she needs. Also, I love that Lin Kuei symbol on the belt of Omi. That's so cool.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, the gear! Sub-Zero's gear is some of the best. Easily some of the best in this game, Sub-Zero's gear.
Alright, well, it could potentially be the last game of this set.
Maybe a 3-0 fashion as well. This isn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Oh, good block. Ooh.
I think it's just coming down to him being too impatient, getting hit by stuff that you don't have to get hit by.
No, definitely. I feel like he needs a bit more patience when he hasn't got the life lead. So I feel like we're definitely used to seeing, setup. Oh, the vortex!
That's the mix-up. What's it gonna be? The cross-up or on the same side?
I was actually literally just about to say, I like how this has been a bit more of a traditional Sub-Zero. We haven't really had a chance at the time to see, craziness from setups and left, right. And right as I was about to consider saying it, we saw it in the corner and everything on life lead. This is a clean Sub-Zero showing from Omi so far. I'm actually gonna, after this match, I'm actually gonna go back through the bracket today and see who actually sent him to the losers bracket. Because I'm curious, because he's playing really on point.
Matter of fact, let's work on it. By reverse 3-0. Reverse 25, 3-1.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? What was it? It was against the reverse?
Yeah, 3-1.
Oh, wow. That would have been Sub-Zero versus Scarecrow then in that case. That would have been one to see for sure. Oh,
all right,
milliseconds.
Good
Milliseconds before
Good
the
for
ice
you.
ball. Oh, dearie me. Okay,
Right,
this is
Tekken
what
Legend
Tekken
still
Legend-
in this.
yeah, this is more what he needs to do. He needs to establish that long-range game. He needs to be able to get the chip on point, but I feel like it's just the ice ball placement. Just the choices of manipulating these ice. It's just, and again, a clone!
It's
Omi is just so
Feel
clean.
the burn.
It's been the story of the
fear
Sarah,
no
really. I mean,
sorcery.
getting hit either by the clone or the ice ball. The X one, that is, unfortunately.
Yeah, but, oh,
Again.
just a straight up forward dash. Like, there was no reason for Tekken Legend to forward dash like that. He wasn't in the corner. I mean, he's got the meter advantage. Dash to get away, but has to hesitate.
That was cute. Right back you go. Almost full screen charge.
Yeah, I really don't know if I like that, because in the neutral is when, like, the neutral of Omi has been meter burn ice ball or clone, and the charge would have lost to both of them. And case in point, I feel like Tekken Legend, he really is just, he's throwing out too much. And he's going to pay for it. Is this going to do enough damage? Not quite. Uh-oh. Ooh!
Oh,
Going
no
down
anti-air.
two.
Wait a
Yeah, I
minute.
thought for sure.
Is it going to be a slide, though? This is going to be a slide.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, Master, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I think that was a slide. Wait.
Oh, wait
Oh,
a minute!
wow. He did not low. It didn't crush.
Sub-Zero wins.
No, that's
Oh,
forward dash into
no.
slide. Slide going low to the ground. 4-2. Not going to catch that. Too low down, and that's going to be a clean slide to do, what was that, 3-0, right? What a showing.
3-0 indeed.
Sub-Zero advances, courtesy of Omi. Well played. Unfortunately, Tekken Legend is going to be eliminated here, but obviously props for getting this far anyway. But
I mean, that
is
was
going
a
to
clean
be
showing.
that was good. That was. I feel like the biggest thing there was Tekken Legend was. I feel like across all three of the games, he was. I feel like you called it earlier on, right? It was the lack of patience. It was and it wasn't lack of patience through, like, jumping. It was just forward dashes. How many times did we see him just walk into a clone there because he was just trying to close the distance or catch him doing something? But how many times did he just straight up, just point blank, just dash into a clone? And it happened like so many times. I know that sometimes, like, it's a strong tool for Sub-Zero. It's gonna happen sometimes, but it just happened, in my opinion, way too many times.
Yeah. I mean, barely got anything going when in the neutral. I mean, the story of Starfire is obviously the projectiles and all of that, but she does have a mix-up game with the grab, with the overhead, and didn't quite get any of that going at all. Just running straight into those.
I
clones,
actually
yeah.
wonder. I actually wonder what. And obviously, of course, shouts to all of you guys in chat. Familiar faces and unfamiliar alike. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever time it is where you're watching in the world right now. But we do have some Starfire players in chat. Generally, do we know what is the matchup considered? Because I actually haven't personally seen Sub-Zero versus Starfire quite a lot. But I feel like a lot of what we saw Omi doing there is, it's good versus Starfire, right? Clone shuts down the forward two games. Meter burn ice ball will basically be able to beat every projectile, but in theory, but the straight shot, right? Like, the straight shot will definitely recover in time to not get frozen, but the other ones have quite a bit of long range recovery, right? So surely Sub-Zero has some decent answers for the neutral of Starfire if he's got the bar. In theory, at least on paper. But that does mean but that does mean we're moving through to our next match in losers bracket, where we're going to be going down to Ghost versus Yemeni. So another one of those players we haven't really seen before versus a familiar face in Yemeni. What do you expect this one to go down like?
I think this is going to be Flash coming from Ghost versus Green Arrow from Yemeni. I think
that could be cool.
I mean, who would establish their gameplay sooner? I mean, Flash in general, when getting in, I mean, Flash is the Flash, but can he, Yemeni that is, with Green Arrow, keep the Flash at bay and away from him? Should be interesting set.
Green Arrow is definitely one of the stronger keep away characters in the game. I think it's very traditional keep away, but it's very effective. Obviously, I think the biggest part of Green Arrow keep away is the fact that it doesn't actually cost him any bar. All of his, kind of what you could say strongest keep away tool is the fire arrow, and that's obviously his trait. Load up 3 at a time, send them one by one. It's not hard to find a moment to reload it. Let's be honest.
Definitely not.
So, and the fact that he can shoot that arrow in so many different ways, and they actually recover deceivingly well. So provided that Yemeni does go with the green arrow, he is in theory going to have a lot of bar to work with against Ghost, who I presume is playing the Flash given his history on Smash GG. So you've got a character that is decent at keep away versus Flash, who has historically not been amazing against keep away characters. But not only that, obviously Green Arrow does have access to some powerful wake ups, and I suppose more consistent keep away in the fact that it doesn't really cost him anything. But regardless, it looks like Ghost is actually going straight to Supergirl, so we're not going to be seeing that matchup at all.
I mean, we got baited. It seems definitely another whole different matchup when it comes to Green Arrow and Supergirl.
Oh, but the strong start with this, the sweep Ghost. Oh, but immediately getting hit by the ice arrow.
Stun arrow for the stun.
Actually, I think that's probably the most uncommon arrow we see, unless you're counting the punch club, which we don't count. So that may as well not exist.
That's not a thing.
Okay, here's an opportunity. Oh, the delay.
Short speed here. See it. Right, gets the wake
Oh,
up.
yep. Wake up the cyclone though.
Side switch. It's going to be early down two.
Oh, what was that?
Interesting.
Yemeni with the very low damage but very swaggy combo. That was clean.
That was a nice.
Buddy, right. Show us it wasn't a fluke. Show us it wasn't a fluke. Oh
yes. It was not, Mustard.
That's a delicious combo from Yemeni.
Atta boy, Yemeni. Let's see it. What? Being all over the place.
Imagine if they were all overheads. And you had to like... Oh, that's so good. Oh, he did it twice. Yemeni. Oh, cleanliness. Does still have a life lead, but that was a good opportunity to get some damage there from Ghost. Oh, the block! An immediate challenge.
It doesn't finish him though. Down two.
Bad kind of combo to drop as well. That's going to be a full corner combo, immediate clash from Ghost. To be honest, probably the best opportunity he's had to clash so far. He's guaranteed to win. He's going to get out of the corner here, and he was about to take a full Green Arrow corner combo, which we know doesn't tickle.
But that was a beautiful sequence from Yemeni. I mean, not only is he still alive, but that was still alive, but he got the clash out as well.
Yeah, that was not a bad shout, but this is the traditional game plan
almost. It's a teleport though. Let's see it.
Yemeni tried to interrupt the gap with down two, but I do wonder if Green Arrow's down two is fast enough to do so. Oh, smacked out the head, donked on the head.
Oh, that was so unfortunate. And this not quite kill, but he's in a good position.
I wonder if Yemeni just tried to walk underneath that.
Wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
Second time we've seen Ghost do that, but it's definitely not reactionary. It's a hard read on that teleport.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, Cree gets it. EX as well. Keeps unflashable. Wait a minute, the jump over.
Bit off more than you can chew.
No, that was a good flash from Yemeni. Ghost, he made the big read. Damage was adding up fast. To spend two, he does need bar to finish off this life. Teleport? No. It didn't chip.
He's still alive. No. Avoids it with the arrow shot. That was unfortunate. The right read was there.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as Ghost had like chip down his territory health, we did see a lot of, you know, I do not want to say random teleports, but a lot of teleports, because I mean, what else is he going to do, right? You're against Green Arrow. Any projectile on block at that point is going to mean game over. Like, you have to make the read. He's going to arrow now, and my teleport will beat it. Or you sit there, he does an arrow, and you get hit by it. Like, that is a very uncomfortable situation to be in. So definitely don't
Fighters
begrudge Ghost for going for so many teleports at the end there. But it looks like that's the last time we'll see Supergirl.
To be fair, every single one of them worked until the last one, which was very unfortunate.
They all worked, but the one that mattered the most.
Right. All right, but this is the Flash now. This is a whole other story.
Begin.
Right, this is back to what we were anticipating before. But I feel like that just makes the Flash look like Iron Man. I can't be the only one that sees it.
Oh, definitely. Totally.
Oh! Okay, all right. Full combo.
Does not need to teleport here to get in.
He's got an ice arrow locked and loaded though. Oh! Wake up with a cyclone bow, Yemeni. That was very disrespectful.
2 for 2 as well. What's wrong? Get low. That's the third grab. Lay it up.
And again, another. I mean, that must have been Yemeni going, he knows this is a bad idea, so I'm going to do it. That's it. But unfortunately, it has put Yemeni in a very... Yeah, exactly. That's refusing to play by the rules. But sometimes the rules will win, regardless.
Okay. Wait.
We're seeing a lot of lightning arrows from Yemeni, and I do wonder the reasons behind them.
I mean, might not be a matchup thing, as he did that again as well.
Oh,
super low.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to just catch up with whatever damage he could there.
Take the grabby on that. Okay, gets up and going.
Be a burn roll. Yep.
Speed
Oh,
force.
man, I chunked that one.
Yet another
Flash,
reason you're
100%.
going
I feel like that's the
down.
best kind of Flash against the Flash as well. He's going to take him out of the Speed Force and get you some health back, but he didn't even want to go. He's going to hold the bar. Okay, nice. Seeing more of those retreating shots. Savage Blasts really are the best kind of keep away. If you're willing to spend bar on keep away, Savage Blast is how you do it.
So we're approaching the corner now. Where Flash is most dangerous.
Yep, there we go.
Force is active.
Oh, push block.
Smart.
Okay, Yemeni, he's figured it out. Savage Blast. He wasn't doing anything before.
Overhead.
Overhead, but no, nothing.
Low.
He doesn't have the bar. Uh-oh.
One more. Needs one more.
Oh, the block on the overhead. Oh, that must have been enough error from Yemeni or a big read. Oh no, Ghost.
Oh, let's go.
Block the overhead.
Oh, wow.
What? Oh, the weight.
Hitting all over the place. Wait a minute. Wait a
Yemeni
minute.
can still win. He can still do this. He can still do this.
He has a clash though, Mustard.
No way.
Wait.
No
1
way.
hour. You're looking at 1 hour.
No way, Yemeni.
No.
What on earth? How did that happen?
Green Arrow wins.
What happened? I feel like Ghost he got so desperate to get that last little bit of life, he just ran into like 100 Savage Blasts. And before he knew it, the life lead was gone and there was nothing left for him. And Yemeni is, by all intents and purposes, stealing that one away. What a showing.
And that had
The Flash.
one all written all over it. That was Ghost's game to win, but I think he just
Impatience, literally.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was he panicked and he got impatient.
He
had
wanted the last hit.
He had a massive life lead. There was
And the
no
clash.
reason. Yes, he had clash and a huge life lead. There was literally no reason to be so aggressive. He had time was on his side as well. He had it all going, but he just
Begin.
decided to just run in. But it did not work, unfortunately. And Ghost, he had such a showing. That first life bar was deleted immediately, and it was all going for him. Everything was caught up Millhouse, but not anymore.
Let's see if Ghost has the right metaphor to forget about that game and make this reverse. 3-0.
Okay, another opportunity for Yemeni. Has the life lead once again. Corner. Oh, the Savage Blast. The wake up forward dash from Ghost. I wonder what that was about.
Oh. Almost.
I think it would have been almost a life lead too.
I mean,
Actually,
shades of last game.
Oh, definitely. Now we reflect upon it. You know what? You know the craziest thing about the way that last match ended?
Talk to me.
It started off as getting hit by a meteor burn air, like down arrow, in Speed Force. that's what it started with. Like,
That was smart. That was smart. He can't block.
Oh, Ghost sticking out a lot of highs. And carried by 3 now, that's just looking for that down opportunity. You have to be careful. Yemeni, look at this life lead. And again, he's not blocking the overhead. That meteor burn, that second hit of the meteor burn slide is overhead. You have to be ready for that.
Tries so desperately to get in, but eating all those arrows.
Oh, just out of range for that
On his
one.
way.
No! That might be the last Speed Force he's going to get the chance to use. But a big jump in manages to completely get over the Cyclone.
And this be life bar.
Oh, no!
That was not the drop he needed though.
That was a costly drop.
Okay.
Able to still get the first life bar. That's huge.
Told
That
you
drop
I
could
was
have been
fast.
everything.
Okay, wait a minute. Speed Force
Oh,
is
no.
going back. Okay, here it comes. This is the sequence that he needs. No bar, but trade is there. Let's see. Okay,
Yeah, Yemeni
what's
has
in the corner? Wait, okay,
grab.
this is looking... No, on his own wake up.
Damn.
Oh, wait.
wow.
Okay, can we see it? Can we see it, Mustard? Wait. Okay, I'm cool.
He's got clash. He's got clash. He's got clash. On clash.
Okay, wait, cross up. He avoids it. Wants to grab.
it.
Oh, the push block. Oh,
Oh, and after all that,
Green
he's got
Arrow
shoved
wins.
in the face with a bow point blank. Oh, Ghost! What a chance! That was the time he needed, right? That was his momentum. He was massively down, found the opportunity, was playing it perfectly, but it all came down to that final decision. And just like that, Yemeni is just gonna just thread the needle and get that forward 2 out. Oh boy, what a
He
scramble!
worked so
What a scramble indeed.
hard.
Oh, and Ghost. Unfortunately, that is the match that eliminates him from the tournament, but it does mean that Yemeni is going to be advancing through 3-0. Man, we've seen a lot of 3-0s today, haven't we?
Hey, man, but now it's coming down to the final 4. I don't think we're going to see a 3-0 in the next set. I'll tell you that.
No, I think it depends on what we have coming up, because if we have Okay, it's going to be Homo versus Omi. Ooh, hello! Homo versus Omi. So it's going to be either Atom or Cheetah versus Sub-Zero. So regardless, something we don't get to see very often. And I must admit, I am a big fan of watching Sub-Zero in Injustice 2. I feel like he thoroughly is one of the funnest characters to watch, in my opinion. And I say that as a horrifically biased Mortal Kombat fanatic. But
It's
I'm
okay,
sure
man.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that. I'm sure I'm not the only
You're
one.
not alone. I mean, you're definitely not alone.
Of course, I'm commentating with Mitsuones, the Inferno Scorpion of the world. I mean, there's and I've got to say, shout outs to the Middle East community. You know, this is the first time that the Middle East has had something like this to really show what they can do. And I know it's long awaited. I know the community has wanted something like this for a while. So I'm happy that it was able to be provided. So, you know, shout outs to Intersport, Warner Brothers, like the powers that be that made this happen. Thank you for giving these other regions an opportunity, because we are seeing some amazing gameplay from players and regions that we just don't get to see often. You know, I mean, let's just backtrack some of the ones we've seen already, right? Australia, Wasminator winning, not a surprise at all, but of course it was good games. Gilbags, we've got a Joker player. We have Joker going into the Vienna top 8 in 2 weeks' time. Of course, EU East, we had K-Top and Do Basic, Enchantress.
Beautiful.
We've had some pretty interesting characters already qualify for the top 8, and just a handful of matches now away from finding out who those other ones are going to be. Because, of course, winners finals, we have Tekken Master and Shark Teeth waiting, which, to be honest, it's not really a surprise. I think Tekken Master and Shark Teeth are definitely the favorites to win this. And for good reason. You know, that they are the two NASA boys from the Middle East. They've been jet setting around all over for Injustice Pro Series events this year. And
the commitment, man.
Yeah, 100%. It's effort, and through that effort, they have managed to cement themselves as the top 2 players in this region. But of course, winners finals doesn't mean first and second. They still could potentially drop it here. So they do have to make sure they're still playing as best as they physically can.
Yeah, it might still be, you know, Yemeni maybe within Green Arrow. Should be interesting as well in Vienna. I mean, that's what I love. It's not only a bloodbath, a war zone of all these different talented individuals, but it's a matter of diverse characters as well. I mean, Enchantress, I mean, you know, Joker. I mean, how often did we see a Joker? You can definitely count it on one hand. So I'm definitely looking forward to the finals. 13 more days. It's almost like a final on its own, I think, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But that really is I feel the call to action. You know, 2 weeks is, you know, 14 days is a long time, but it will quickly shoot by if you've qualified for it. But of course, we now go into this next match, which is still losers bracket action. It's going to be Homo. Looks like he's going back to the Atom, and it's going to be Omi with the Sub-Zero that we saw before do amazing things, eliminating Tekken Legend 3-0, and Homo going 3-1 against Shark Teeth in winners. So you know, Homo is definitely, he did qualify for this top 8 on winner's side, so he's going to want to kind of continue that hot streak if he can, despite now being in losers.
I wonder if he deactivated
I wandered onto a movie set.
Or is he still popping off?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's the real mix-up.
Not good when the ninjas know your name.
Begin.
All right, let's see it. Game 1.
Okay,
Right.
but
I'll trade for you.
obviously player 2 having a bit of an advantage on this stage at the start, being able to throw the interactable straight away to the blocks. Oh, Homo!
Oh, yes.
Opened up by the big hammer of Sub-Zero straight away, and he gets the freeze. Uh-oh, left, right? No, he doesn't take it. Oh, it's plus rate. I like the setup.
All over him, coming out in aggressively in this game 1.
Alright, so I feel like that ground pound is going to put a bit of a spanner in the works of the traditional clone pressure that we saw, the clone neutral that we normally see Sub-Zero players try and establish.
Oh yeah, that was smart. Waited for the clone to disappear to go in.
Okay, there's both opportunities to bring the life bar back, but straight away, the second he fires the gun, Meteor Burn Ice Ball. I love the way Omi has just been taking his moments to use these. Has he got any bar left though?
All those individual hits. Let's see if this trade sequence can kill. Not quite.
He's got a clone out. Flipping back. Oh,
Wow!
Teleport. Wonderful teleport from Homo.
Nice evasion. I mean, it's Adam. Of course, he's not.
Yeah, it's kind of his point. I think it's like the main thing he does. But of course, that was actually it was really important for Homo to get that life bar back without taking damage himself. He's trying to even things out straight away. And a teleport again. That's twice now that Omi has gone for that interactable and lost.
Woo!
Oh, push block. Oh no, hit confirm.
One one is great, and another teleport though.
I wonder if he tried to fake it out.
Force into the corner. It's hit by a raw 4-3.
I've still got a small advantage.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen him get opened up by that, unfortunately.
Of that I am painfully aware.
Unfortunately, a very laggy clash. I hope this.
That was almost a slow motion clash, you know, talking to each other.
Wait, and now we're fine again. What? Oh, perhaps not.
Had a little talk, you know. Deep talk. All right.
Okay, there's the last bend. And there's a return clash straight away. I mean, he's going to clash with Homo's back to the
I've got
wall.
more than this belt to fight with.
All right. Little small talk again.
Yeah, it's going to be a guaranteed win, of course. 15% health, not bad.
Both being without meter.
Ooh! Homo. Yeah, Homo actually didn't stand up for that either, so I think he may have been Oh, the boss bend. Homo, he has no clash and he has no air tech. It's guaranteed damage. Oh, no, he dropped it! I must say, but this is definitely not the same Omi we saw before.
Oh, yeah.
His execution is definitely not the same.
Not as clean.
Oh!
Oh, wait a minute. What a teleport. Ah, I've lost the cross up.
Oh, the freeze! And Homo! Yes, no way. Yeah, no
Finally,
way
it
to avoid that
does
damage.
now work out. The teleport.
I mean, that was the first time we saw the teleport go into the clones, so I definitely can't hold it against Homo for trying it. I think he definitely managed to get around like 5 or 6 clones that time.
Oh yeah, he was very slippery in that match.
Oh, unfortunately, looks like the connection isn't quite playing ball in any of these cinematics. It's weird, like it's not lagging a huge amount in the game itself, but it is in like all between. Oh, Momo's left. I mean, to be fair, like when you get those kind of spikes, I wonder if he's going to like reset his router, or if they're going to try and
it would make sense.
Redo the lobby. And let me just quickly consult the chat to see if anything is being said by the players about this. Let's have a quick look at that. I haven't seen anything just yet.
Not sure where Omni is from anyway. Again, guys, the Middle East is quite big. I mean, so many countries in it. I know that Homo is from Lebanon, but where Omni is from, not too sure.
Oh, let me have a look at his page. Let me go stats. Okay, is this him? Interesting. There he is.
Guys behind the scenes will sort that out.
Yeah, of course, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. I assume he's Okay, so Homo has left the lobby. Now, I assume there can be a couple things done here. So, as is the nature with online tournaments, sometimes you are at the mercy of internet connections, and even though players might have strong internet, of course, whether they connect with each other or what's going on, I mean, there's always scope for error, right? There's always opportunity for the internet to not play ball. Commonly in this kind of situation, should this happen, considering, it's like you said, right, Mitsu, there is the opportunity for players to be quite far away despite being in the same region if there are connection errors. Matches could be played off stream, which of course, it sucks for the viewer, but ultimately the integrity of the tournament and the players getting the most flawless experience they can as players is the important thing. It is the one to pay attention to the most. So if they play it off stream, that will be a cool. Perhaps players could reset routers to try again, do a test match. Basically, the important thing is to make sure that we do not continue the match if the game is incredibly laggy and the connection is suffering. Because of course, you don't want results to be hindered or skewed because of it, which I think is always the correct call.
Especially when it's at stake, you don't want to go to bed tonight and think I didn't qualify because of the connection, even though that's an easy option to select. But sometimes it's true, the connection can be so bad that it's not even competitive anymore. That's why let the Illuminati behind the desk handle that, and we'll be back shortly with some updates, hopefully.
Okay, so still waiting for an official decision, as it looks like there are actually some conflicting opinions in the admin chat. So of course there might be an opportunity for this to be resolved. Of course, thank you very much for watching. Well, we will wait to see what the official ruling is, as of course we want to make sure that everyone comes down to a similar opinion and we can continue on with the tournament as normal. But for those of you that may have just tuned in, welcome. This is the Injustice 2 Intercontinental Championship, and we are doing the Middle East qualifier for it, where there will be 4 online events. This is of course the Middle East portion, where the top 2 players will make it to the Vienna finals, which will be an 8-man finals in just under 2 weeks' time. And the winner of that tournament will be making it as an Injustice Pro Series direct invite for the finals this year in November. But it looks like the players are back in the lobby as Homo has come back. So I presume the score will remain as it was. I presume Homo maybe just went to reset internet or something like that, but he is back in the lobby.
1-0. Omni.
Okay, I believe that's the case. Can you back out if it's too laggy? Okay, so if we get a huge lag, if it ends up being really laggy again, we're just going to back out and remake the lobby and see if that helps.
All right, so this will be 1-0 to Omni.
Indeed.
See how this
So
goes.
we are back to normal. Okay, but the opening coming out. So it looks like Omi took the first bar, but Homo did the first major chunk of damage. It's not because I can imagine the Stomp from Atom is going to do a lot of what is to do with the clone, but a lot of ranges that you would clone obviously is like jumping territory. So I wonder if it's actually as easy as that.
All right, the first raid sequence, I believe. You've seen it, set.
At least one in its entirety. Zomi has lost a huge amount of life. Oh, no, lands in time.
Not quite. I like the idea of keeping, you know, Omni away, but again, this is Corner City.
Homo back there for the down one, finds opportunity. Down one into full combo. Scary stuff, chemicals. Oh, wake up jump, but Homo, one step ahead, scouts out straight away. A big turnaround from Homo this time.
Definitely. Even the light.
Oh wow, he went straight to the clone.
Keeps himself in the corner. Wait. Interesting that he wasn't even in range. Off the background bounce.
I think the big thing is Homo's actually playing a lot more patient this time.
Yeah.
I feel like in the first game it was like every time that there would be a clone on screen from Omi, Homo would feel almost like obligated to do something about it, right? Or attempt to do something about it. Whereas this game, he's content to just let there be the clone and just sit there.
Just working out in his favor. Let's see if he can keep that.
Oh, having up by the low. There's the trade. That's going to be a full. Oh no, goes distance. Oh!
Oh wow, was that a bait? Thinking they were going to back off?
Maybe. Oh, big teleport from
Oh, the cross up, yes
no
sir.
end to your
Forcing the
magic?
clash.
You're talking
Yeah,
to
this
a
game
man
has been
of
almost all
science.
Homo. I feel like even though Homo's almost lost a bar of life, most of the time he's taking damage, he's trading out at the same time. So he's still kind of keeping the same life lead.
Let's
Forward
see it.
again.
Oh yes, he's so slippery.
Down one ward.
The cold ward.
Is it cold?
I must say, it's really weird seeing Atom players poke with down one when down two is usually the only real button you see in that situation.
Yeah.
But down one is one that combos into special, so obviously it does have its uses. Oh, down 3 again. Oh, there we go. Now it
Nice.
has a clash. Decides not to use it, saving it for a rainy day. Uh-oh. Oh!
Okay, the chemicals maybe? Oh, wow.
The second Homo builds a bar, this should be over though. The second he gets that teleport. Oh, hang on a minute.
Wait, okay. Yeah, I'm cool. Not yet, not
I've
yet.
never seen
Okay, this
such
is going to be
weird
difficult though,
science.
because the second Homo builds a bar and meet burn teleport becomes a thing, it is going to be so hard to avoid. Oh,
Chemical City, yes sir.
Oh,
yeah.
dearie me.
Look at this
Homo.
science. While I storm
Indeed.
you.
Power of science is the best way of deleting the magic pixel. Homo's going to be walking away with that one. One game apiece. That was actually really well played by Homo. Just he needed to do some specials to build a bar, so why not just do the special that again puts a cloud of damage in front of you?
Smart play, 1-0.
Okay, and also connection a lot smoother. So that's
Oh yeah, look.
happy to see it.
Wait, no switch?
Sub-Zero.
He was. I don't know if I should say he was hesitating because it could have just been like he just took a little bit of time to get to Sub-Zero. But I wonder if he does actually play any other characters. Because I feel like it's very common for players to do that nowadays, but
ship.
at the same time, not every time. Still though, one apiece, so already one of the first non-3-0s we've seen today.
Yeah, about time, I told you. Probably not going to see
Begin.
in the next set.
Oh, you were right. Oh, tried to get the air-to-air, but a little bit too late. Oh, even though he got the first bar, he did just get smacked on the face by an interactable. That's going to do a nice chunk of damage. Full trait.
First hit. Great.
Oh, did he
yes.
actually spend the bar this time as well? Uh-oh. But no bar from Homo here to get more damage. Oh, but no shot two. That would have connected clean.
Yeah.
Omi. He just hasn't had the confidence to see before. Does he go for left right here? No. He wants to go for plus frames. I wonder why we're not really seeing him enforce the left right mix up in a lot of opportunities. Because it's a true 50-50. And he did have the bar to extend damage if he wanted to. Oh, but they're going forward dash into down two. That's the kind of confidence. But no, one too many reps. Ended up not only missing the corner pressure, but now he's in the corner himself. This is
that
not
could
what you want to
cost
see.
the life bar. That drama.
Yeah. He had the life lead almost guaranteed. Oh.
And it is indeed. We saw such a clean Omni earlier on, but now looking a bit flustered almost.
I feel like he's just not playing as sensible. I think that's the big thing that's holding him back so far is I feel like he doesn't have the confidence in the reads he's making. So when he actually gets, you know, he tries to bait something out, and the result he's looking for happens, he doesn't always seem ready for it.
Okay, let's see. Teleport?
You can see Homo just jumping around. I mean, yes, Atom has so many options, right? He can float, he can teleport. This character is probably the hardest in the game to pin down anywhere on the screen. So Homo making himself as just mobile as physically possible. Oh,
right,
hello.
Smart clone.
Oh, don't show in the head. Interesting to not put Homo towards the corner, though. I wonder if he just knew he didn't have bar and the corner wasn't going to be great use to him if Homo has a teleport. But there you go, with punish, going straight into the projectile.
Maybe he wanted the background balance? Even if. Definitely it did not work out as he gets the clean. Ice ball.
Let's get small.
I fear
Well,
no
getting the clash out of Homo at this point is going to be really important. But unfortunately, I mean, we can't ignore the life deficit he's got. Oh, and again,
yes.
I love
Another
Omi. No more. It looks like he's almost reacting to the trait activation.
Yeah.
As opposed to putting the clone up preemptively in case he goes for the trait, he's now waiting to see him shrink and then doing it.
Okay, let's see. This is almost corner city. Oh, evades it. Can you block?
I do not.
I'll say
wish
Omi
to
definitely
kill
does
you.
not seem
I've got
confident
more
blocking
than
the
this
atom
belt
trait
to
at
play
all.
with.
Every single time he's blocking it, he's getting hit by damage. Like Homo isn't needing to stagger it, he's not needing to go for throws, he's just literally just committing to the full mix. And Omi is getting hit by it every time. Uh-oh,
no.
this might, I think it's game. I honestly think it's game. So there's anything he can do? No.
Oh,
Like,
that was a rough look.
At that health against a cornered Atom, I actually feel like a corner, like that Atom is one of the few characters in the game that actually doesn't have to worry about being cornered. Because he has a million ways to get out of the corner, is closer to his own chemicals in the corner against characters that need to get close range,
Right.
and has like obviously quite a wall defense and mobility. So if ever you do look like you're going to go in to pressure him, he can just get out.
I mean, especially when it comes down to that life deficit and him being at pixel health. That's GG. He'll gladly take that home, which is his corner.
Exactly. Well, it looks like Omi is actually
Sub-Zero.
He's thinking
doing
this
a
time.
No, he considered a change, but decided not to. He's sticking to Sub-Zero thick and thin. He took the first game, but Homo has quickly turned it around the next two and hasn't really looked to be in bad shape because of it.
I mean, he's definitely playing smarter. Not as clean, but smarter. The clone and almost nullifying the trade, but if he doesn't have that safety net, which is his clone, just tends to get hit by it. Let's see if this time. Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's more ways. I mean, perhaps the air clone is the answer. Because if it's the air clone, he can't get over it with the atom, right? He can't actually physically get past it.
yeah,
Maybe the air clone is what he needs to do. Because standing on the ground is like, it's easier to do, sure, but the air just covers so much more.
Oh, yeah, smart.
I feel like that really is it though from Omi, because like every time it's either push block or clone to deal with the atom trait, which really says to me that he just doesn't want to block it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there again,
Right there.
every time he's blocking the atom trait, he's having to spend a bar to push block it. But by the time that the atom trait is back, he's built a bar again, so it's almost not too much of a problem. Oh, that clone though, I guess some damage. This is the kind of game that he needs to be careful of though, because taking any piece of damage from Atom full screen is dangerous, because the second he gets in, and again you're blocking stuff, you're taking more damage. Oh, interesting though. Landed on the ice ball.
Oh, the down two getting cleanly punished.
Yep, into the grab.
All even now.
Kong represent.
Okay.
I wonder why he'd push block that though in that situation.
He probably just wanted nothing to do with him.
seems that way, but unfortunately didn't really achieve much as he's going to be put in the corner again, and now Homo is on match point to take this 3-1 at this rate. Uh-oh.
On the verge of being eliminated from the tournament, but 2 bars. Not hugely down on life, but as I say, that forces to use the flash.
The problem is, I feel like, again, whenever Homi is able to get damage, it's because Homo has made a mistake. It's not like he's able to enforce anything. I feel like Homo is just being so slippery. Oh yes. Chemical. Again, Atom back to the wall. This actually isn't super dangerous.
Yeah, it's not that scary.
Oh, double jump in. Another push block. No punish, we need to see more.
I don't think he believed.
No, I didn't seem it.
Yes.
Oh,
the grab, almost.
He blocked 99% of it and then got grabbed at the end. Homo with the call out. I think Homo was that was actually really smart from Homo. Omi, first time he's blocked that trait the whole way, you know he was committed to blocking the whole thing. Yeah. Homo instantly recognized it and went for the throw. That was so dirty.
I mean, the throw being such a smart option because
there we go.
He's out of the trait.
Now you say smart, Homo now playing a lot clean enough, realizing that as soon as Omi went for that clone in the neutral and it wasn't possible to get over with the trait, he just came out of it. So much smarter from Homo now. Oh, that's game. That's got to be it. Oh no.
All right. And the science. Okay. How long can you keep this up?
I think this is literally all 3 games. I think all 3 games.
Well, okay.
No, Omi! Just because you're frozen your opponent doesn't mean the cloud disappears. Oh dear. I mean, he couldn't jump over it either, right? Like, I don't think it's too tall when you spend both chemicals.
But to be fair, he was thinking about that for a second. He just stood there. Should I not? And I think he was anticipating that the science would, just be gone by the time he went in. He was thinking about it for sure.
That's wishful thinking right there. I don't think there was any realm that it was going to vanish. But I mean, what was he to do?
Oh,
he was like practically Magic Pixel for the 3rd game in a row. All 3 games ended that way. But alas, it is going to be Homo moving forward. And I've got to say, props to Omi for getting so far with this really clean looking Sub-Zero.
Oh, definitely.
It's unfortunate this set went the way it did for him. But of course, that's just what happens sometimes, especially when Homo was able to make the adjustment that he was. And he's going to be advancing through. So congratulations to him. That does mean now that we have a very interesting losers bracket match coming up before we get into our winners finals. It's going to be the reverse 25 versus Yemeni. So the reverse, of course, being the Scarecrow player. Again, a quick history lesson. Those of you that may have watched Venality a few months ago would have seen the reverse send Happy Power to the losers bracket with Scarecrow. And Yemeni, of course, had his breakout at Venality last year with this Green Arrow and is also looking really strong today. So this could be an incredible match coming up.
I mean, this is probably the most exciting one when it comes to the losers bracket anyway, at this point. Yemeni with the Green Arrow. Well, I think the reverse 25 is a Scarecrow main loyalist through and through. I don't think I've ever seen him pick anything else.
This will be Scarecrow versus Green Arrow, 100%.
That's what I think as well.
I'll be very surprised.
What do you think? Can he keep Scarecrow out?
It's a weird one because, again, it goes back to Green Arrow is a super strong keep away character, especially against characters that are have very grounded ways in. And I know Scarecrow's got a teleport, sure, but fundamentally he works his way in with normals, with forward dashes, slowly but surely. The biggest thing that I think is going to be good for Yemeni is kind of getting off the ground mid-screen shouldn't, in theory, be as dangerous as it is for other characters because of the amount of wake-up options that Green Arrow has that kind of, for example, like Savage Blast, things like that kind of move him away. Or even the traditional slide wake-up, right? Like it's anything with mobility is okay versus Scarecrow mid-screen, but fundamentally, if Scarecrow gets him cornered, he's going to struggle, and that's what Scarecrow wants to play to do. Now, we did see the reverse struggle to really get anything going versus Teeken Master in winners bracket, but I mean, it's Teeken Master, right? Teeken Master is the #1 player from the Middle East and has consistently proved that, and today is no exception. So I think this will be a very different style of reverse that we saw in the winners side now. But I'm really excited to see it regardless. Because this is more of a thing that these are 2 very interesting players that I haven't personally seen play before. So I'm really interested to see how they specifically match up against each other, matchup or no matchup.
I mean, it just goes to show it's always funny to see, 2 characters whose gameplay is differ so much. The other one wants to keep you away. The other one wants to get right in front of your face. And it's always, it's coming down to who can establish the gameplay the best. And I think that should be interesting for sure. Scarecrow versus Green Arrow.
All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just quickly remaking the lobby so we can get all of our admins back in. Of course, when we had any connection issues before with Homo, obviously, we want to make sure we can do what we can from our side to make sure the connection is as smooth as possible. So lobby's being remade, so we'll just be an extra couple of moments before we can get the players back in and ready to go. But I must say, I'm enjoying this tournament so far. I think this has been a lot of fun. The Middle East has shown off some really strong players already, and of course, there are still some incredibly strong players left in the tournament. So there's still very much all to see. Let me just quickly AFK so I don't forget to do that again, because that's always fun. You should have an invite as well, Mitsu. So feel free to join whenever you want. And ask and you shall receive. Here he is. And I must say, I'm a big fan of your desk, your studio setup. You've got your MK Dragon, you've got your microphone, you've got your notes, your pad, you've got your Mortal Kombat headband on the side. What have I got? I've got like a Walking Dead figures apparently. I actually didn't think about this.
There is that comfy looking bed behind you, don't you? Or
that's
sofa?
That's one of the biggest mysteries. That is a sofa, right? Because this is our living room. So when my fiance and I, we kick back and we chill out with some games. We sit on this sofa. TV is behind me. We play all sorts of stuff. But of course, this is where my desk is. Of course, this is where I stream from also. And I've got my typical Jesus glow behind me because why not? But I've been really enjoying this so far. And shout out to those of you in chat watching as well. I hope you're enjoying this too. This has been a great celebration of international injustice too. And I think overall we've had some good games. And we are getting quite a way into this bracket so far, I must say, as we're getting closer and closer towards. I mean, this will be top 4 right after this one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If memory serves. Yeah, the winner of this will be top 4. And then we'll have, just like that. There'll be 4 left. We have Yemeni in the lobby. We're just waiting for Reverse to join up and we'll be getting going. So as I said before, we're expecting this to be Scarecrow versus Green Arrow, a matchup we don't get to see too many times. I feel like we say that quite often because the meta is very set in its ways now, right? I feel like whenever you watch the major events, it's very much, we know what players are going to be there. We know what characters those players play. So we kind of have a gist for the characters that we will get a chance to see regularly, And I feel like you only really see Scarecrow nowadays if White Boy is around. And that's basically it. Yeah, it's basically Scarecrow is definitely one of those characters that's kind of fallen off though as well. I feel like Scarecrow was arguably, in people kind of top 10, top 15 during year 1, had a lot going for him. And while he is still, he does still have his strengths, Scarecrow does still have quite a lot of weaknesses. I feel like he's definitely one of those kind of like, in my opinion, I think Scarecrow is one of those mid-tier characters through and through. He has,
fair assumption.
He has some, really strong assets going for him, but he also has a lot of problems. And I feel like that is kind of the sign of arguably a mid-tier character. I think high mid would be my best placement personally. But of course, it's all about how you play. And Yemeni bringing in that Green Arrow that we know he's been playing for years. See how this is going to work out.
I mean, shout outs to all these players who really are quick with joining and leaving the lobby. I mean, we can just, chat a bit about all these matchups, but they're definitely going in quickly. Thank you very much for making our lives easier. Both our lives, the production and viewers.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like that's the perfect way for this game to start. Is the first bar, the first take going to Yemeni with Savage Blast. I feel like that's the taste of things to come. Oh, but hang on, there, right there. Immediately, Yemeni trying to go for Wake Up Savage Blast, like I said, could be a good tool mid-screen versus Scarecrow, but the reverse, straight away scouting out and chasing it down with that jump heavy. We're going to see so much of that Scarecrow jump heavy in this matchup just to try and catch him down. That's such a tremendous hitbox. And even if you don't combo from it, it's a heavy. It does so much damage in the air.
Alright, let's see. Scouts out the teleport anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, this is the story of this set, or this matchup. Just,
this is what he needs to do.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's forced to go in. We almost hit a situation.
That was such an amazing pull out from Yemeni, just wasn't in range. So even though Yemeni has spent like 90% of this game, playing that keep away game, it was still it was close until that connected, and of course that's the best life
so ready. He knew the teleport was coming. Sick reaction.
I mean, but you need to do that in this matchup, 100%. Oh no, he still threw the trucks, he still displayed, and the alligator. Oh wow, and that's two crucial interactables already gone now for a reverse. Why can you block a truck but not an alligator? I would infinitely, even as a superhero, be infinitely more scared of an alligator than a van.
because he's dead. Could argue that.
Oh wow, and that was not a good trade for Reverse. Yep. Spending all that time to build the Traumatize just to lose it to an arrow trade. But this is the difficulty, you know, this is what Green Arrow needs to do in this matchup. You need to keep Scarecrow away, you need to make it as awkward as possible for him to get in. Because the second Scarecrow does, and you're blocking those fear waves, it's party time.
Okay, what's the play going to be? Keeps it simple, doesn't even go for the normal.
Yeah, didn't need to, just Savage Blast, occupy the space. Chip damage would do, if it hit, absolutely. And the second you teleport and you're at minus frames, it's guaranteed. Smart play from Yemeni, clean stuff.
Yeah, couldn't get a lot going, could he? And had full
just
bore
wasn't
as
allowed
well.
to. Yeah, I mean, but that's it. It's like I said beforehand, the last time we saw Yemeni, like, all of Green Arrow's keep away for the most part, the majority of it, I should say, is meterless. It's done with trait. It's done with, you know, loading arrows, fire arrows, and then you find yourself spending most of the bar on meter burn, Savage Blast, you know, enhancing your slide to make it safe, or, you know, obviously turning Cyclone Bow into a launcher whenever you can. But I mean, clearly doesn't even need to do that.
Begin.
I mean, I don't think he went for a single roll, meter burn roll, did he?
No, but I feel like it's one of those things that meter burn roll is an option, but when you have a teleport, that effectively does the same thing. It's kind of like you really have to find the right opportunity. But meter burn roll versus Green Arrow, it's not the best answer for the arrows themselves, because the arrows have great recovery. By the time one's connected, you're loading up the second one. So meter burn roll, all it's going to do is push you close as you then get hit by the next arrow. It's not the greatest option. And even then, look at the distance. Yemeni has no interest in playing point blank unless Reverse is literally back to the wall.
I mean, he's
right
always in that sweet spot, isn't he?
Yeah, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to be sat just outside of sweep range where the Reverse's buttons don't reach, and Savage Blast puts him even further out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, recovered in time. The gap interrupted. Oh, that was a big call. But again, Yemeni using that wake up to go for the Cyclone Bow again.
Oh yes, wall down two. Let's go. Avoiding some of it. Another raw down two.
Okay, this chance for Reverse. Massive plus frames. Respected by Yemeni into the tick grab. And I like it from Reverse, that jump back. Just look at him, just trying to fill the space. He wants to catch Yemeni, but Yemeni's not going to fall for it. And Reverse has actually lost a lot of momentum here. Yemeni is given quite a big opportunity to come back. He has the distance. He has the bar. The Reverse
Definitely has the bar.
I feel like the life feed doesn't really mean anything here.
I mean, it's slowly depleting. Oh yes!
No, he dropped it!
He tried to keep it unflashable. Does haunt him though.
Tremendous mistake. Oh, the down one. There we go. Gets it this time.
Perfect interruption. Keeps it unclashable.
Okay, the lower health Yemeni gets, the more this trait is going to come into play.
But he can't afford to take a lot of those. Definitely cannot. Oh wow, keeps it unclashable and the transition. How much is this going to hurt?
He's gonna have about 100 life left. Give or take one or two. Okay. So close. Yemeni's still very much not a guaranteed win here, but the Reverse doesn't have any bar left.
Oh, we're slowly approaching.
There it is.
Yes.
Trait up, trait up.
Oh, the range on that!
Yeah, that was actually really dangerous because if Yemeni blocked that forward three, he could have punched it with a slide, and it would have been a guaranteed win. But Reverse, he's making that big call, that meter burn forward three. One thing that, so Reverse, I like the way he was able to actually do more up close in that game. I feel like in the first game, he literally spent the whole game just chasing after Yemeni, but this time he did a much better job at kind of playing around Yemeni's wake-up game. I feel like in I feel like in the first game, almost every knockdown was, he kind of just steamroll his way in and walk into like a billion wake-ups, but in the second game, he was a lot more careful.
Yeah, being wise to it in the second game. That was a hard-fought win. Let's see what happens in game 3. 1-all.
We are back on the stage that Yemeni won with last time. Oh, and again. So the Reverse is really sticking to that kind of like next level read style. Again, we're seeing those early meter burn back 3s and 4-3s. Oh no, punish on the slide! Yeah, Reverse really can't let Yemeni get away with that. I'd like to see Reverse go for a couple more of these, you know, the wave obviously does absorb projectiles. So I feel like that Reverse, like, it'll be good for him to just do that, if anything, just to build some bar.
Exactly.
Because if you have like over 200 seconds, right? You have a long time in this game before a timeout, so you can afford to sit full screen and absorb those arrows. The only one you can't really react to is the electric, but oh no, he didn't get a combo. There we go. Here's a chance.
Okay. Yep. A. Okay,
And the trap's gone too. Trap's gone too. He's only got one bar. No, he does the back three too early. I like the.
Is that what he was looking for?
No, definitely. He tried to go for a meaty back three to get plus frames, but unfortunately, Yemeni maximum delay wake up reverse just completely whiffed and got punished accordingly. I respect what he was going for, but unfortunately didn't work. Wow, literally throw punish. Yemeni ready always.
Okay, this is Corner City.
Okay, plus frames too. Raw grab or button? What do you think? Oh no, confirm.
Bit of both. All right.
There was a bit of both. Yeah, that's good for reverse to get that life bar down. Oh, Yemeni tried to interrupt.
Shoot.
Oh, what a mistake!
Alright, this is pretty even though. This is pretty even. Anything goes.
The problem is it shouldn't be. Reverse should be having corner pressure here, should have a life lead, but that was a big drop. That's a costly drop.
Okay, wait. It doesn't have a lot of space to work with. Reverse almost in there. As I say.
The problem is Yemeni, like every time reverse gets close, Yemeni is just sending him straight back where he came from. I mean, case in point, look. He's cornered. There we go. Reverse, big read.
Our flash.
And again.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. Can't get hit by any more. Yeah, and it's sniping him. He's wise to it.
I feel like Yemeni is just, it seems like he's just getting off the ground for free, which is, I mean, to be fair, it's easy to just point that out, but it is difficult to play against this kind of character, right? When you don't have the life lead, when you do have to work your way in, when it's getting difficult, and you find yourself in a position that you've knocked someone down and you know they have multiple wake up options, on top of things like delay wake up, right? It's not like Yemeni is just getting off the ground with a wake up attack every time and he's just, you know, guessing which one to do. He's delaying wake up, he's mixing up whether he wakes up with empty jump, whether he gets up normally. If he's got bar, does he go for the wake up slide with, you know, does he go for the safety on it? Like, Yemeni is making himself really unpredictable when the reverse just isn't able to quite get a read on how to get him off the ground.
Yeah, let's see it. The reverse can keep his composure because this type of matchup can frustrate. You have to go in, and if you go in, you get sent full screen again, just like that. I mean, you really gotta be patient.
You have no choice. Like, it is the way the matchup has to be played. You have to play it at a snail's pace, because if you don't, you're just going to walk into arrows and die. There's no two ways about it. If you don't play slow, you will lose. And unfortunately, every time one of those arrows is blocked, it's building bar. One thing about Green Arrow, like, he doesn't build bar by doing the arrows or loading the arrows, but if you block the arrows, whoo, starts to get quite a lot of bar.
And look at that, even with the teleport, trying to get in sneaky. He's just, you know, getting out of here.
Okay, spending 2 bars here. Restand. Doesn't mix up. Oh, hello.
Forward
oh, just left another bar. That could have been huge if he was able to get a restand again.
Nice sequence.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Reverse, literally, he wasn't able to do any damage to Yemeni. He got 1 meter burn forward 3 and turned it into a life bar. What a sequence from Reverse. And again, that's what he needs to do. Play around the wake ups. Uh-oh, punish.
Where has this
no, nothing from
gone?
Yemeni. Yemeni's turn to freeze up now in Reverse. Yes, it's going. Oh, wake up invincibility. Oh, nice.
Down
And
two.
yeah.
Oh no, gets it out of the corner. This could be dangerous. Oh yeah. Wasn't ready.
Oh, doesn't want to. Yeah, unclashable. Doesn't want to let him clash.
Let's see. That's a reload.
Okay, Yemeni. I mean, Yemeni technically on match point, but massively backed against the wall here. Uh-oh.
Jump in, yes sir.
Oh, that take damage. That take damage. This is it. It's over. It's over. Over. 100%. That's over.
Wow, just like that. Almost steals it after the dominant first life bar.
By far the biggest adjustment there was the reverse, reading Yemeni like a book on wake up. That was easily the biggest adjustment there. Wasn't that in the other games? Reverse is just getting hit every time Yemeni gets off the ground. That time, reading him, making those big, like, you know, big decisions, jump back, you know, deep jump in 3 to beat certain options. Then he started to work, and it wasn't just that. The second Yemeni finally got off the ground, meter burn back 3, meter burn forward 3. It's all gutsy stuff, but oh my word, does it do damage if it works. And again, we're on the jungle again, or the swamp, I should say.
I mean,
that's 3 times.
Will they notice that?
I mean, both matches that Yemeni's won, it's been Slaughter Swamp. And they're randoming the stage every time, and it's giving it every time. Yemeni is blessed by the random stage gods today.
Let's see if it haunts him third time. Final match.
Oh, okay. No bar to meter burn, unfortunately. Oh, I like that. Opted not to go for a confirm on that jumping heavy because he didn't want to get Yemeni out of the corner. But that's the biggest difference, right? The last game, Yemeni was back to the wall for a lot of it.
Oh, yeah.
When the green arrow doesn't have space to work with like this, yeah, immediate teleport, reverse, realizing he put himself in the corner. Nothing to do with it. Nice 4-3 again, spending his second bar. 2 bars, expensive, but this could be momentum shift.
This could be it.
And again,
This is the sequence that he needs.
Yemeni's getting opened up by the low in that string every time, and I wonder why. Oh, mix up there. Oh, and the armor break! Reverse finds himself on match point!
Just
Yemeni.
like that!
Well, hang on a minute. Never say never. Yemeni finds his own galactic meter burn back 3 to get out the corner.
Oh, this is still anyone's game. I mean, you're looking at 2 arrows, just like that. No interruption this time. Didn't believe.
I think he didn't want to risk it. He didn't want to risk it, because if he did, he would have lost the life bar. Oh,
but just like that. Will this, you know, not taking the risk haunt him? This is dangerous.
He does still have Yemeni there. Oh, back
from
range!
Downtown.
Literally the longest forward 3 I've ever seen. Wait, he just neutral crouched the second hit.
It looked funky. Ooh. That was a good trade for the reverse. Doesn't want to flash.
Oh, wait, no, he hasn't got the damage over time. He's got Traumatize. Traumatize getting to max to stop Yemeni taking damage near him. Yeah, that's not what the reverse wants. Yeah.
Usually that's what you want as a Scarecrow player. Not in this position. Yes. Or is it though? Or is it though? It was exactly what he needed.
I cannot believe that Yemeni got hit by that Traumatize.
You probably just didn't even think about that.
I mean, maybe.
Those arrows were free the whole match, basically.
Wow.
The only thing you had to think about was the teleport. I don't think he was ready for that.
But I mean, clearly, right? But that clearly is what it comes down to. And what a match! What a 3-2 result. The reverse is able to bring it back from what, to be honest, a matchup that looked like he was having a hard time. He was having a hard time with that matchup early on, but what an adjustment. And it all came down to just those, I mean, it was the forward 3s, right? It was the meter burn forward 3s from downtown. From downtown. Oh, you took the tram on that one, comes straight back in, losing all that life instantly. And it wasn't just the forward 3s, right? It was turning them into restands. He was turning them into, hard to clash situations. Just perfect play. The reverse absolutely deserved that one.
Being wise to the wake-ups as well. Stuffing them and doing the smart stuff, jumping over them. The blast wasn't letting him waking up for free.
But I actually feel like that was a perfect demonstration of what that matchup can look like at a high level, because you have, when it's mid-screen and there's mobility options, there's interactables to get around, and Green Arrow has the life lead, it looks like, this is a hard matchup for Scarecrow, no doubt about it. But the second Scarecrow has Green Arrow back to the wall, it looks really hard for Green Arrow to get out of there. But I actually would almost have liked to see Yemeni go for a few more meter burn rolls to get out of there, though, because I feel like when you go for that style that we saw from reverse, like a lot of those kind of like preemptive meter burn forward 3s in the neutral, those jumping 3s to try and get around, meter burn roll will go through them both. And when you have as much bar as Yemeni had, maybe that would have been worth a try. But of course, isn't hindsight a wonderful thing? It's easy for us to make those assumptions after the fact and say, man, he went left. He should have gone right. It's we can always sound so smart on the commentary standpoint. But regardless, that was a great set, and probably my favorite one. That was probably my favorite set that we've seen so far.
The first game 5 as well, wasn't it? In this top 8.
Yes, actually, I think it was our first game 5. Yeah, that's really cool.
My controller even died mid-set.
Oh, dearie me! Actually, I've got plenty. I've got plenty battery. I'll be fine. Now let me just consult the chat, see what's going on. It looks like we're good to continue.
It looks like it's happening, man. It looks like a Nasser T battle. We have winners finals. Nasser Teeken Master, none other than Teeken Master versus Nasser Shark Teeth. I think them making, or at least one of them making winners finals, doesn't surprise anyone.
This is the winners finals we expected. Let's be honest. I feel like it's obviously not to take anything away from everyone else in the Middle East, but these are the two players that have cemented themselves as the best players in the Middle East so far in terms of results, consistency, and ability to really bring it. But both of these players have some top tier scalps on their belt. through competitive matches. Of course, Shark Teeth, beating Dragon at Combo Breaker. Tekken Master had his really good, strong year one, obviously making E-League top 4 as well last year, and just all the in between. Tekken Master is a tremendously successful player. Has not had a great year, let's be honest, for Injustice this year. It has been tough for him. It seems like, and of course, I don't want to put Tekken Master on the spot, but I feel like he has had every which way to qualify and just hasn't been able to yet. I feel like the odds have really almost been in his favor to make the finals. And this is basically his last chance. I don't think he's able to make the last chance qualifier. I think the only way that Tekken Master can really make it in is if he wins the Intercontinental Championship. That being said, he is in a good spot to do so. He is a tremendous player and is in a good situation to do so. But of course, Shark Teeth, he's not going to be letting up. Shark Teeth does not have enough points either, and is also going to be gunning for that spot. They may be teammates, but they both want this, and they both want this bad. It's going to be winners finals. But that's been and of course, I'll let you get a word in eventually, I swear. But we have top four cemented, and it's the 4 guys that went to Viennality. So go to your majors, go to your tournaments, train together, and you will become good players eventually.
Travel. But interestingly enough, Tekken Master going with Batman, and I actually heard that Batman is still his strongest character. Would you believe it?
I think it's hard to say. I think that Tekken Master is the kind of player that, still to this day, does not have a main in Injustice 2. He does not have a main asset. I think his favorite character is Atrocitus, but I would definitely say that Atrocitus is far from his best. He has a good Atrocitus, but I definitely don't think it's the most optimized of his characters. The last time we saw his Batman was during the online IPS Cup, and it was very tidy. So I'll be very surprised if he hasn't got some serious time behind his Batman.
Maybe it's something specific against Shark Teeth as well. I mean, teammates, team friends, all of that. You know well that they're playing a lot. So maybe he knows something that we don't, especially when it comes to Super.
I mean, he's definitely the kind of player that, with the amount of times that Tekken Master and Shark Teeth would have played, and the amount of characters that Tekken Master plays, he's going to have characters of his that basically do the best when he plays against Shark Teeth. That in a tournament setting will go, right, well, last time we played casuals, my XYZ character did way better here, so I'm going to try that next time. And here we are. But Shark Teeth was actually the one to draw first blood here and take that first life bar, so not looking like quite an obvious choice here, perhaps.
Better, but not
and the early
good
clash.
enough.
The Tekken Master special once again. Shark Teeth shift territory.
Oh, headbutt.
And just like that.
I'm not
Okay.
your enemy.
Bruce Wayne doesn't even need the cowl to make the headbutt work.
All right. Let's get the conversion.
4-2, okay. Turned into it. More damage. Big wake up from Shark Teeth.
Raw as well.
Oh, the whiff, but no whiff punish. Recovering that dive kick. Too strong. Oh, reversal throw. This is the kind of level of play. Oh, where did that even hit? That was directly on top of his head.
This big sequence. Look at that damage. Probably needs one more. Which side's gonna be? Same side.
Ooh.
Doesn't watch his legs. Tekken Master.
What? Standing cross up. Yep.
You're no
Having a small
ordinary
hitbox isn't always the best thing to have.
Especially against Batman.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that is small hitbox only. It's the standing cross up with the 4-3.
Still looking in a good position. Sharp.
Yeah, he just has to be careful here. He's got the life lead that he can afford to take trades, but he doesn't have a clash anymore, and Batman does have a vortex as long as he's got a trade back ready to go.
That's exactly what Tekken Master needs. He doesn't only need a big play, he needs a big hit and a vortex. Wait a minute.
Oh no, he went for the trait instead of the grapple. Oh wow.
Rough. Wait.
That was a circular Batman.
Oh yeah, that was smart. Giving them no clash and no chance to give them their escape.
Supergirl
Smart play
wins.
from Shark Teeth, taking the first game. This winner's finals.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Shark Teeth needs. He's going to be happy with that kind of result. I think everyone in this tournament is going to know that Tekken Master was the favorite to win. And Shark Teeth, of all players, I think has the strongest opportunity, in my opinion, to stop that from happening. And I think Shark Teeth is going to know that. Brainiac. Okay, Tekken Master, he's bringing out the Brainiac. We don't see his Brainiac too often, but I feel like Brainiac is a good character for Tekken Master because he was one of the first Brainiac players, but he's such a chaotic character.
He is.
And
he really is. I mean, what's his neutral? His dive kick?
Yeah, exactly. It's dive kick, it's the drones, and it's some
down
crazy
one
normal.
into some tentacles.
But it does so much damage, and I think this is a good character to
Definitely.
get someone like Shark Teeth, because Shark Teeth is a very slow, patient player, and someone like Brainiac that really kind of throws a bit of a spanner in that kind of playstyle. You know, really kind of throws it away, and there's a big combo here. Oh, wow! Nice conversion on that down two.
All right, let's see it. Another city. Oh yeah.
Out of
Drone's
range,
still
still
there.
heavy.
He's just looking so funky.
He is such a
Brainiac.
wacky character, isn't he? Okay.
Wow, the conversion though.
Ooh, again, missed it.
I mean, look.
I mean, this is a bar, right? This is a pub. Imagine what it looks like to the patrons. That guy who's just slouched over in the background. I bet he can't believe his eyes. He's like, whoa,
Oh,
I've
sorry,
definitely
but
done
this
too
is
much.
too much.
Okay, there's opportunity for Shark Teeth. Got Teeken Master towards the corner now. That's what he needs. No. All the way up. Shark Teeth, you can see him sticking out those instant jump normals, just trying to catch him out of the air. Shark Teeth looking a bit more uncomfortable in this one. Okay.
Tekken Master feeling better. Although it looks kind of funky, I think he's feeling better with one of these OG characters.
I think he just realizes that the style he plays with Brainiac is definitely a better fit to counter the way Shark Teeth plays. Like I said before, right? Shark Teeth is a very kind of fundamentally solid player in terms of like just being careful, right? He's a very patient player and plays around fundamentals. And Tekken Master has fundamentals himself, and will know that this kind of wacky character is a great way of just kind of, you know, making that a bit more unpredictable. Oh, okay, opportunity here.
He was ready for the second hit. Wow, that's tight. The drone's still there. Look at all that chip. Drone is still coming.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Yep.
On cue. Wow.
As soon as he picked up that keg, it was over.
Yep.
Oh, well, I don't think we're going to see anything else from Shark Teeth. I know we've seen Shark Teeth play Catwoman in the past. But
It's been a while since he last picked anything besides Supergirl.
Yeah, I think it definitely calls for like a very extreme situation.
Yeah.
Before he decides to change.
All right, 1-1 on this winner's finals.
Also, one big thing about the Brainiac matchup is, you know, we have to remember, arguably the biggest adjustment that Supergirl received was that down one got slowed down. Down one is by far the best button to punish Brainiac's dive kick because it is a hard punish. And when your down one gets slowed down, the Brainiac dive kick instantly becomes harder to punish.
But as we just said, he does indeed opt to go with Catwoman. I mean,
So
is
Catwoman,
he looking for the down two?
I think Catwoman, I mean, they've both got good down twos, but Catwoman might be a little bit low to the ground. I think one of the biggest things here is Catwoman's jump two. She's just going to have the air coverage with that whip.
Oh yeah, maybe even
and
the
also,
air care.
and also the mobility, and also again, you know, the ability to combo off a down one. And actually, I can't remember if I'm pretty sure Catwoman's down one is faster than Supergirl's post nerf. Anyway, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's faster. Oh, whip punish, not maximum damage, but still decent.
One of those plus frames, no punish on the duck.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that standing one didn't land it well. Oh, set up, instant wake of Teeken Master. Yeah, he's seen that one before. Okay, all the cat scratches spent. Oh, we tried to anti-air, or air-to-air, I should say, with the whip.
Makes it safe fish. Use the drone. Oh yes, okay, sweet. Is it safe?
Ooh, anticipation from Teeken Master, Shark Teeth coming in.
Those individual hits, making it almost even.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Okay, the drone is coming.
I feel like Shark Teeth is he's trying so hard to make all this miss, but he's just not getting any damage for it.
I know your thoughts.
He's trying his best to nullify those
It's like literally all over the place.
Yeah,
It's so difficult to deal with. He's holding me drone. Oh no, he's not anymore. No way he's holding it this whole time.
Yeah.
And there's one. There's two. He's holding this one. Oh, let it go too
Didn't
late.
track. Didn't track. All right.
Catwoman, hear me roar.
Still very much in this. The Shark Teeth, especially with 3 bars, 3 scratches. Maybe I'll just lost it at this point.
Oh, down one. Wow.
Wow.
I love the way Tekken Master is playing around this. He's holding this lively. Like, he's gone from being completely zany and all over the place to just calculated. I mean, look,
No flat zone.
yeah, exactly. he has absolute
have no
range
empathy.
advantage here, and
The
he's making the most
advantage
of
of a
it.
12th level intellect.
Many are looking at Ugars.
Now, he needs to make sure he keeps himself plenty of meter here.
Oh yeah.
A third bar for the sake of 5% more health for what that bar could potentially do here. I just think it's worth it to spend more than 2.
She needs a lot of work. This is actually frustrating as well.
Oh, there's the
All right,
punish.
there it is.
Oh, he has a clash.
Might give him some confidence back.
I wonder if Shark Teeth was expecting the clash there. Now he clashes.
Okay,
Inferior
okay.
being.
I've killed
How
mice
much do I
braver
take
than
Master's
you.
fence? Because Brainiac without bar doesn't
Probably
do a
2.
huge amount of damage. Yeah, spend 1, keep it. Shark Teeth not going to contest. He needs to keep his own.
She needs one combo. She needs one dive kick. One EX dive kick, and this is game.
Oh no, that didn't hit!
Oh yes! Press buttons, my friend. Just press them all.
That down 1. You know Shark Teeth is probably just reeling in his seat and that down 1 connected. That was the absolute perfect down 1 to get that background bounce.
After a dive kick. Oh no, he believed in that down 1. Instantly into the background bounce. Very interesting down 1 for sure. 2-1.
I mean, it did work. It's one of those things that
It did.
Like you see it working, and it's like, man, I can't believe that worked. But the
Yeah.
fundamental point is, it did work. And Tekken Master, I feel like Tekken Master is the master of that style of play. You know, Tekken Master is one of those interesting players where he's so fundamentally sound at the game. Like he understands how they work, and we have to remember he is one of those players that he's a very strong player in multiple fighting games.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But obviously, NetherRealm is again, I feel like it's much the same like we say about Nivek yesterday. He is one of those players that he's so good at multiple fighting games, but NetherRealm is his bread and butter, where he kind of started and really made the name for himself.
Fighters approaching the bat
But he's got to
cave.
understand, sometimes playing by the rules isn't what you should do. Sometimes you have to do something a little bit wacky, something a little bit, unorthodox. And in those situations, that's exactly what we see, and it works.
And
Shark Teeth's going to be, yeah, go ahead.
I know something about this. Little something.
Oh, oh boy, don't remind us. Let's not remember that. But of course, Shark Teeth's going to be betting his winners finals ticket to grand finals on Starfire, it seems.
I think he should have a better time in I tried right there. It didn't quite work out, but in theory, on paper, he should have a better time.
I think it depends on what he's trying to anti-air. Because if he's trying to get rid of the, just like the swinging, then maybe. But the dive kick is the problem. And the dive kick is what he's been struggling with the most. Like Tekken Masters himself, he is a Starfire play. He's going to understand, exactly how to shut her down. That's standing heavy.
No pleasure.
Putting Tekken Master to match point, 1 life bar away from making the Intercontinental Championship finals.
Master Tekken Master, 1 life or away.
The question is it close enough? Shark Teeth is massively down on life, but he's managed to get his way out of the corner. Oof, I mean, clearly that's what he's going for.
Yeah.
It's like you said before, he's having a better chance anti-airing. But he's still trading. It's like he's just cleanly anti-airing. He's trading with the dive kick.
I think Tekken Master takes those trades, especially looking at the life.
Oh, definitely. He has the life lead. Takes it for sure. Oh, Shark Teeth didn't have enough trait.
Okay, let's see.
And
All
even
right.
then,
This is exciting.
even then, trying to air to air, just trading. The trades are what are killing him so far.
Shark Teeth still in this, but definitely on life support.
Fuck, it's not it's not impossible with using the side kicks. It will be. Hail Mary, meet the Mac 3, and another one with Tekken Master.
What button was that even?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't think I've ever seen that Brainiac string in my life. Oh, wow! Very surprised that missed.
Yeah, he wanted to go the easy way, but I think it will not matter. Oh, wait a minute! Interruption!
Is not enough.
Wait, I thought that was
Still
Clash.
not
Tekken
hot
Master, he
enough
could
for you?
stand to lose this one. Does Shark Teeth at least try and deny? 1 bar? No, 2. Shark Teeth wants to hurt him. Shark Teeth has no trait, though.
But
no
he
trait
could
to be a
just
problem.
lame it out. He could just lame it out, Tekken Master. With exactly the drone. So just like that, Nasser Tekken Master being the first player from the Middle East to qualify for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes,
in 2 weeks' time.
indeed. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just not a surprise. Tekken Master making it from winner's side really isn't. It's not. It isn't a surprise.
It's not
He
a
is-
surprise, but
he-
he didn't look that dominant, especially after losing the first game.
Yeah, I feel like there definitely was signs of Shark Teeth being able to bring it back, but I feel like Brainiac Shark Teeth definitely seems to struggle with it. I feel like it's
Yeah.
a very zany play style. I think typically that has kind of been Shark Teeth's Achilles heel in this game. Generally, are characters that really kind of like enforce a very different kind of play style, and Brainiac is definitely one of them. And Tekken Master, understanding that, is going to be moving himself through and will be in grand finals at the very least. Now, we have to remember grand finals does not mean that's where the tournament is going to end. Grand finals will still be played out because there is a matter of seeding to determine. If you win this tournament, you'll be going in as a high seed into the Intercontinental Championship finals. If you get second place, obviously, you'll be a lower seed. So qualifying is the first task. Winning the tournament is the second because you want that best seeding.
I mean,
but that does mean
bloodbath, yeah, it does matter the seeding as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. But that does mean we'll be going into our losers top 4 now, where we have Homo versus the reverse in what I predict will be Atom versus Scarecrow, as that is a matchup that we've seen a few times now. As I believe, I'm pretty sure it's a matchup that is considered to be pretty rough for Scarecrow. I think Atom he's very slippery. The low profiling is a big problem for Scarecrow. I actually think near enough all of Scarecrow's buttons, apart from like his down 3, just get low profile by Atom's sweep. So I presume that's the matchup we're going to see. Whether Homo goes to Cheetah or not, we'll see as well. But that's my assumption at the very least.
It makes sense. Your assumption definitely makes sense. But just as a viewer perspective, I really hope we're going to see a Cheetah. I mean, we saw, shades of it, how explosive he can be. But I want to see, just for the fun of it, 500% damage in 3 seconds, Activate traits, press something to DP, and just kill him. Just for the fun of it.
It's always nice. It's the old Bane effect, See someone get hit by literally anything, and then you see a big old 600 to 700 number, and it's like, that's a thing. But the thing is, I mean, what we want to see is spectators aside. Homo is playing for that second spot. That now means there are 4 players left in this tournament, and 1 spot left for 3 of them, right? Tekken Master has guaranteed himself into the finals in Vienna. Which means that Shark Teeth, Homo, or Reverse, it's one of those. Only one of those 3 can take that final spot. And to be honest, based on how we've seen them play, I feel like Shark Teeth definitely had the edge on Homo. So I feel like I don't see Homo being able to win the run back unless he makes a serious adjustment. But the Reverse, I feel like if he plays like the best we've seen him play with Scarecrow, it could be really interesting. However, it is going to be Cheetah, and we saw Cheetah was able to take a game of Shark Teeth. So if he's able to beat Reverse with Cheetah and then brings Cheetah versus Shark Teeth, we may see a different result. But that does mean that in this losers bracket action, we're going to be having Homo on Cheetah again, and the Reverse once more on the Scarecrow. Oh, look at the stage.
Interested. I'm the cursed one.
This is the redemption stage for Reverse. He lost two games on it and then won the crucial game. So is this now his greatest ally, the stage?
Getting just like that, exactly. Don't do combos longer than 3 seconds. Just kill him. That's what I want to see.
I took 2 seconds to take a sip of my drink and it lost 500 life. From literally, that's the cheater effect. 1 string into a special enhanced, 500 damage.
Don't blink or you'll miss it.
Down 1 again.
Slowing it down.
Oh. Oh, massive life lead already for Homo. The rest, I guess, has worked out for him. But here it could be. Oh no, opting to go in for the signal instead of the wave, I wonder.
Gets hit by it anyway.
Uh-oh. Okay, this is bad. This is bad for Homo. He just used his first bar on the push block. Seems that Fear Wave is now a threat. Oh, and there it is,
yes,
Reverse.
Sir. One more.
The life lead. Oh, instant dive.
Pray to the goddess of the hunt.
That's really crazy. Homo going for that dive. He actually would have lost the life by easy if that was blocked. Oh, he's buffering the teleport, but no!
He was ready for it. 500. What's up?
He literally buffered the teleport when Homo had trait ready to go. And then he did the teleport, and he lost 500 life again.
The cross up. Yeah.
Enjoying the
Forcing the clash.
I live only for the hunt.
That's an easy clash to win. Oh, spending 3.
Wow.
Ooh, not every day
dangerous.
String miss.
That's dangerous against.
No, the Reverse. He finds himself in a situation again. He's unfortunately missing combos and then trying to recover with that meter burn back 3. Now, the Traumatize. How is he going to put this to use against someone with mobility of Cheetah? Oh, the read!
No.
Homo! Oh, we dropped it again.
Okay, plus frames. Nope.
Whip punish!
Not quite there.
He literally could whip punish with just Traumatize, but decided not to. They wanted the string first just to make sure. Take the time to hit confirm, perhaps.
Alright, this is do or die.
And the back,
Backs off again.
dash.
Plus frames.
Okay, there we go. No, it's unclashable. Oh, the down
That's
3
game.
from Mo. Yep.
Almost
Starting up that
though.
meter burn, unfortunately. Yeah, it was close. It was super close.
All right, the cheetah pick indeed working in his favor. Doesn't even need the Adam.
This is odd. I feel like it's one of those matchups where I don't know what the matchup is like to call it, but I feel like
Scarecrow, cheetah.
I feel like it's one of those things that cheetah is, if she goes for certain leaps or is going to catch Scarecrow. It's pretty big hitbox, let's be honest. But if he's got the buttons to kind of keep her at arm's length. But if he presses those buttons at a range and it doesn't connect, again, it's the whiff recovery. She is just going to chew up for days with so much damage. He just can't misplace anything.
I mean, what I thought was maybe, the reverse, looking for those sleeves and punishing them with the air blast. I think it's just too tough, isn't it?
Oh, that could have been a huge amount of damage, but no hit confirmed from Mo. Also, Cheetah is so low to the ground and spends so much of the time crouching. It's going to be really hard for Reverse to capitalize on jumping heavy. He's just going to be so low to the ground all the time.
That's mobility, even being ready for the lead.
Oh, instant.
Oh, wow.
300 damage for that in trait, man. That is just gnarly. Gnarly damage. Oh, I'm ready for the teleport again, but...
Almost dead. Okay, plus frames.
Plus frames again. Respect. Too much respect. Tick grab. Let's block this time. Wants nothing to do with it.
That's a punish, not quite.
Yeah, he tried for it. Reverse went for the... he tried to stand up for the overhead and go ahead by the command grab. That's the next up.
Oh, from downtown.
Oh, again.
Look at that. Life just depleting.
I actually don't think I've seen so many cheetah traits result in like actual, full combos for this much damage in a while. Normally you see 1 or 2 a game, but Homo is consistently getting a couple around. Oh, whip punish! Actually, would have liked to see that be a forward 3 instead to keep the corner, but I'm sure he'll take the damage.
That's too much damage on the transition.
Whip punish? Oh,
not
slightly
quite.
Late. Okay, down on hit, down on block.
Okay, he needs something big. He needed the corner though.
Oh, the
wow.
reverse! I actually wonder if that was an accidental autocorrect.
Yeah, that might have been an autocorrect.
I mean, that's definitely the situation he would have gone for those meter burn forward 3s we've seen him going for, and he just got a back 3 instead.
Yeah.
That was just a reverse input. Uh-oh. Oh, managing to block
Nice
the
block,
freeze
nice
as well.
block, nice.
That's patience. How many times have you seen people get caught out unclashable? Traumatized, has he got damage over time? Yeah.
That was smart. No, risks it all with the teleport.
No, he's not dead yet. Oh, but that wake up though, that was a risk.
He really wanted that damage over time, didn't he?
Yeah, reverse. He was playing it well. It was the second he got traumatized and realized Homo was low on health, he spent traumatized straight away, knowing Homo would block it because he just wanted to get the damage over time aura, like as fast as possible, because that was his best chance of winning the game. But that wake up at the end, that final decision ended up just not working out. And that's now a 2-0 deficit for him, unfortunately.
That's the stage. Okay.
Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum.
Yo, I missed Slaughter Swamp.
Right?
Like, I long for it. I wish we were back there.
I don't think Reverse agrees with that. But this might be the last chance for the reverse. Can you reverse 3-0?
Reverse 3-0.
Explosive. Yeah. You got that one?
Yes. Alright, well, looks like this is going to be much of the similar, to be honest. Ooh. Actually, we haven't really seen much of any leaps from Homo. I feel like Homo has been content just sitting there waiting for Reverse to teleport his way in.
Hey. Yes, sir. Okay, not backing away this time. I like it. The last game, we just backed off.
Another one. Okay, the respect again. Overhead. Homo, I like that. Just leaping out of the distance. Space up again. Oh, the instant again.
Instant.
Oh, and again!
Oh, wow. Look at that damage for 4 hits.
He's literally taking the life lead on that. Homo, I love the way Homo is playing this. He's being really reserved. Oh, and there he is, the grab, the call out. Obviously going in for those like big meaty jumping heavies into sweep is popular, so going for the jumping heavy into an overhead grab, really smart. Oh, clean over.
With punish. with unflashable. The Homo being is a match point to face Shark Teeth. Loser's fight.
Yeah, he's going to get that run back, and I'd be surprised if he wasn't playing cute at this point. Big neutral jump read, but not pressing a button with enough range. Slow. That traumatized. There it is, of course. Use it or lose it. Reverse. I mean, this is it. Half a life bar remaining. Homo, he's so close to getting that run back, but reverse. He's come so far. Played so many matches to get here.
Very nice air attack. Here it comes.
Okay, spin, but that's probably... No, he has to back up. I like it.
Doesn't spin the ball.
They wake up. Reverse is just pulling out all the stops, but no! Punishable.
Blank. And could this be game? Not quite.
Close. Being stuck without a trait, without a clash, I should say, against Cheetah at this point. It's dangerous time.
And with no bar. This is going to be true. And just like that, Homo advancing to losers finals with Cheetah.
And it all came down to a leap. I actually really like the way that Homo played that. I feel like he really kept himself restrained. I know a lot of Cheetah players kind of, you know, fair to just go, I'm in neutral, time to leap, you know, and kind of just through thick and thin, they'll live by that. But Homo really, you know, patient to just slow it down, play at his pace, and to be honest, spend most of the time just letting Homo hang himself, or let Reverse hang himself, I should say. But of course, props to Reverse for getting so far. You know, 4th place and really had a grind to get here. That does mean we're down to top 3 now as we go into our losers finals, which is going to be Homo versus Shark Teeth in the run back.
And this is it, man. This is the game. This is the probably the most important game of this whole tournament. This is going to be the saltiest game of the tournament. You're so close to make the Intercontinental finals in Vienna in 2 weeks' time.
You know, I actually think I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. This is officially the worst point to lose in this tournament. Like
it is really
down. Like this is the worst 3rd place to take. Because top 2 make it. Like, seeding, of course, is important. Getting first, you want to win because you want to get that seeding. But this is like make or break. If you lose here, it is the definition of the final hurdle. But if you win, you are sitting pretty, and you know you've got that one step closer to that guaranteed spot on the IPS finals, and that's what they're going to be looking for. But of course,
is rough, man.
It is. But it's going to be a good one. It was a 3-1. Yeah, it was a 3-1 finish in winner's side when they played towards Shark Teeth. The only game Homo took was with Cheetah, so I do wonder if he's going to stick with her.
Probably.
I actually would almost like to, because I feel like he's playing so much. Like he clearly has a decent Atom, but I feel like there's so much more to his Cheetah than his Atom. I feel like his Cheetah is just so much of a stronger character for him that I'd like to see him stick it out. Honestly, you know, we had an Enchantress qualify yesterday. We had a Joker qualify from Australia with Gilbags. Are we going to see a Cheetah qualify from Middle East? Is that like a guaranteed requirement? You have to just play one of these wacky characters?
Yeah, shout outs to all these different character loyalists. But I reckon he's going with Cheetah, especially since, well, first of all, it's his main. You know, your main will always, you'll feel more comfortable. And second of all, he's warm with Cheetah now. All these sets he has to play. I reckon that he's going with Cheetah, and it looks as if he's going to. So it's gonna be Cheetah versus Supergirl to make it to the Intercontinental finals. Oh, this is going to be juicy.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, we have to remember, even though he did go to Cheetah to get his 1 win and when they played in winners, like the set still went to Shark Teeth. So we'll have to still see if Shark Teeth can do what he has already done today and defeat Homo another time. Or will the games Homo have had be enough for him to make an adjustment? But this is make or break. Winner of this makes it to the Intercontinental Championship finals. The loser is unfortunately staying home. Middle East represent. This is such a fitting top 4 for Middle East, and now we get to top 3.
Really
it's just such a good showing for them.
Let's see it. Definitely drawn first blood here is Shark Teeth. Individual hits, nothing substantial, but here comes Hamu.
Okay, I like how Homo is going for those reads early on, right? Going for those overhead grabs straight away, reinforcing that he is going to go for them. But that down 2, we saw that. I mean, this is definitely something to watch out for. Big punish. You know, most characters in the game can actually block that and get a meterless back 3 to punish it. It takes so long to recover. It's one of the absolute most punishable wake-ups in the whole game by far. Yo, I actually love this from Shark Teeth. Bringing it back to mid-screen because he'd rather play the game here. He'd rather play it mid-screen with a life lead than have Homo cornered. I like it.
That was a specific combo, definitely. Trade is active. This could hurt.
No, I don't think Homo was ready for that to connect. Oh, there's a neutral jump.
No bar though.
Yeah, the stage without a bounce either, so this is going to be honest damage until Shark Teeth builds him up. That's probably going to be the first life bar. Yep, just enough.
Wow.
This
One
hunt's
big hit.
almost over.
We're almost even.
Shark Teeth serves the life lead, but all it takes is one leap or one well placed way in from the low. Okay, there's the clash, no reason not to. Undo this damage, get some guaranteed life back, and gives you a whole life bar to build the bar back. Nothing spent from Shark Teeth, no reason to contest. He only has one bar, and we've already seen that Supergirl can't do a lot of damage without it. No reason to get rid of it. Instant jump, the read from Shark Teeth, calling out the leap.
Same side, what's it gonna be? Pressure. Baiting the grab maybe.
I love the way Shark Teeth is utilizing those plus frames. I mean, I'm fairly sure that standing heavy is plus. Oh, nice range overhead.
Hey.
Ooh.
Is that a drop?
No, I think it was like a funky crossover attempt. It would have been unclashable damage for the end.
Oh wow,
Not
look at
range.
that air to air. Sick.
I mean, Shark Teeth just has to be careful. Homo, he's popped the trait. He knows his best chance to get this. Oh no! Even in this stance, literally.
That looks so
shot.
scary. That was looked so scary,
Supergirl
man.
wins.
Have you ever been laser beamed from the air, literally while you're just trying to sit on the floor? Like just a laser beam out of nowhere.
All right, game 1 going to Shark Teeth. We could very well have 2 Nasser members be going to Vienna.
I mean, I
Supergirl,
think the it is fair to say the predicted result of this cup was going to be Teeken Master first, Shark Teeth second, but it's not because they're predictable. It's because they're the strongest two players, and this is why. You know, Homo has had a tremendous journey in this tournament today so far, but this is what it boils down to. You know, he's lost to Shark Teeth already today. He has to show that it won't happen again. But as he finds himself one game down, Shark Teeth is looking good to do this again. Again, there wasn't a super close game either. I mean, it wasn't a complete destruction, but at the same time, Shark Teeth was very much in control by the end of it.
Understands. Wow, first hit. Only coming down. Okay, let's see.
Okay, ends early for the setup again.
Cross up, nice block.
Homo's definitely gotten a lot better at blocking these ambiguous setups than he was in the first set as well. Homo's defense overall is looking a lot stronger. Oh, no meter burn. Nice,
Oh, yes.
confirm. Ouch.
Not quite, but still a lot of damage.
Unfortunate time to drop though, because the thing about Cheetah is if you end in the right grab, you actually get a really good setup off of every touch. So if you do drop, you're missing out on so much, unfortunately. He has popped the trait, Shark Teeth.
Oh!
This is literally a superhero fight right now. What is happening?
All over the place, all interactable. Let's go.
I've never heard so many whoosh sound effects in my life.
Right?
Oh, the grab, no whip punish. Oh, Shark Teeth tried to go in for the last minute, but
Almost.
we're not going to happen. Oh, there's a trait. Oh,
Wow.
whip punish. Yes.
I
You
smell
went
it.
for that?
Easily. Yeah, I'm actually very surprised because it's a very non-Shark Teeth thing to do. I wonder if that's why Shark Teeth did it. Yeah, optimization, building some bar, tying things up.
Kryptonians call that a
Once again,
beatdown.
Shark Teeth finds himself with somewhat of a lead in terms of bar, but still dead even in life.
Oh, wow.
Pretty meager air stare with the laser, but I'm sure he'll take it.
She's luring. She's waiting for a chance. Okay, nice pick up.
Oh wow, I'm actually really surprised that didn't work. I love that. Using the instant air forward dash in the air just to follow the ice, knowing it's going to make them block.
There's
That was really
nowhere
smart
to
from Shark
run.
Teeth.
Here goes a few
Especially
of your
considering he held it and delayed it for so long.
Still very much even. Anyone's game.
Oh, he got over, but the low profiling Cheetah
That was
strikes again.
sick. Okay, trade is active. Here he comes.
Guy gets off a Mo. He's so
Again.
eager to get that hit, but Shark Teeth just isn't giving it to him. Shark Teeth making himself so hard to open up. Oh, hang on a minute, right? I can say that.
Oh, what a whip punish. This
He
could
hasn't got a
hurt.
wager. Oh no, actually quite. I think Shark Teeth may be expecting an air tech there.
2 bars. Let's go. What's the
Takes
next?
up again. Yep, Mo blocking it a second time. Instead of going for the double overhead, going for one overhead into the low.
He's missing the jump often.
He also
No
can't flash.
profiling.
Oh, big mistake. Big mistake.
Oh,
from Mo.
wasn't ready for it.
No!
And that should do
No, I
game.
can't believe it!
Oh, that was
can't
unfortunate,
believe
wasn't it?
That happened. That was Homo getting a god read and an amazing combo, dropping the end of a combo into getting punished. I can't believe it.
That game had Homo written all over it, but instead of being 1-1, Shark Teeth now 1 game away to joining his teammate Teeken Master.
But isn't that the realization? That mistake has meant that. I mean, what a position it's put Homo in.
It's horrible.
It's gone from being 1-1 and still 2 games to play with to 2-0. Literally make 3 games in a row or you're out. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
I mean, again, it just sucks for the loser of this. The winner goes to Vienna. The loser gets nothing. Literally nothing.
Oh, and as tragic as that is, that's the realization we find ourselves in as Homo. Going to Vixen now, which, those of you watching that might be a little bit new to the game, is just a premiere skin. The character is literally exactly the same. It just looks a bit different. But of course,
Shark Teeth looking very good right now.
I mean, that's a half bar already gone.
I'm very confident. Look at that. Look at that.
You say confidence. How about full screen instant jumping? And yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, weird distraction there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite there for the air. Make this count, Homo.
No, it was a bit too close to the corner. Wasn't close enough to get the full optimal combo, but wasn't mid-screen enough for it either. Kind of that awkward in-between, and Shark Teeth with another instant air jumping normal is finding himself 1 life bar away from qualifying for the Intercontinental Championship Finals. So close now. He's just anticipating all the time with these jumping attacks. Oh, punish. Easy punish in Homo. Guaranteed life regeneration here, but this is the last chance he's going to get.
I mean, this is literally do or die. Almost 1,000 life points away from being eliminated. What a reaction on the interactable.
Okay, anti-SW. I don't want to count Homo out. He's still playing cheater. She has the damage, especially if he makes these reads. But
no, not again!
He didn't even have the bar to air tech. That was just a drop, Homo. Can't afford to make these mistakes.
He's all the bar to work with the Trey, but
it's got to be pressure, right? Like this is such a tense situation for him to be in. So much pressure. Okay, chance.
Take the life bar. Okay, he has meter. He has trade ready to go. I mean, he needs 2 touches.
I mean, if Shark Teeth hits a meter, then trade.
Okay, slowly getting those individual hits. Wait a minute, Mustard. Backing off. Backing off.
Why'd he back off? Why'd he back off? No! Oh, Homo decided to back off. He must have just been he must have anticipated a wake up. He must have done. He must have anticipated a wake up at that moment. It must have been that's the only reason. But that back off, I mean, it cost him the game. Because Shark Teeth saw him back off and then decided to not wake up attack. Because it's not like he backed off into a setup. He just backed off and stood still. Oh, Homo, he must have been anticipating something very specific. And unfortunately, it just wasn't there. It just didn't come. But that does mean that Shark Teeth is going to be the 2nd qualified player into the Vienna Championships in just under 2 weeks' time. So, as many of us expected, it is going to be Teeken Master and Shark Teeth. Now, the question is, who is going to be the top seed and who's going to be the lower seed in this grand finals?
I mean, first of all, congratulations to Shark Teeth, obviously Teeken Master, and Nasser as a whole. Definitely picked up the right players, I would say. But especially a big thank you to the entirety of the Middle East region. I mean, I don't think all of these players who played in the Cup thought that they had the chance. But anyway, they stepped up and played. And that's what it's all about. You have to show that you have a scene, a community, a player base for all these organizations to support you even more. I mean, we've seen that with the Australian region. I mean, since the MKX days, proving that they had some players and wanting some support. And we've seen love for them. We've seen love for the CIS region, European region. It's literally intercontinental. And I've seen now the African scene having some tournaments as well. So if you see a opportunity to represent, please do so we can get more exposure for all of you guys. So thank you very much for participating and making all of this possible.
Oh, here. This has been really good so far. And now we move into grand finals territory, where again, it's going to be 3 out of 5, of course. Teeken Master coming from winners. But I don't know about you, Mitsu, but I just heard the word Bane ushered in by our good friend announcer. I think
I've
Tekken
never
Master is
seen
playing
him playing
Bane.
Bane.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Let me just check the logs to make sure this is a real game.
I think this is game.
Yo, it's a real game. Tekken Master is playing Bane. What?
Okay, maybe this is a tribute to the rivalry with Biohazard. I don't know what this is all about, but let's not forget, he has a safety net since he's in Grand Finals coming from the winner's side. He has to lose 2 sets to be out.
Exactly.
He has some room to breathe.
Yep, Shark Teeth effectively has to knock Tekken Master into losers, and then it will be set to 0 again. So Shark Teeth's got to win 2, 3 out of 5 sets. Tekken Master's got to win 1 in typical fashion. But Tekken Master, coming to, I believe, is this the first time he's ever played Bane in tournament?
I've never seen him playing Bane, never.
I mean, he has. So the thing is, Tekken Master has the ultimate safety net because obviously he's not only a winner's side, but he beat Shark Teeth very, very convincingly. And he's the kind of guy that we know is always looking to add new characters to his arsenal if he needs them. And, you know, why not make Bane one of them? And what better way to get practice with Bane in a tournament that you know the worst thing you... I mean, I don't want to kind of undersell what's going to happen here, but the worst thing you have to lose is, like, seeding placement by a point in the actual top 8 finals in Vienna. Which, obviously, you know, you want to give yourself top seeding, but ultimately, like, you know, if you think you're a good player, you'll beat anyone in that top 8, right? So
you have to beat anyone.
Exactly. Not a bad time to try out new characters, I must say.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he was even sure that it was going to be a Grand Finals. Oh, the read though. But I don't think he was sure about it. So, you know, he just found out about it, and why not try something before the big day?
I will never get tired of seeing Bane damage.
As much as the
Ever.
Do you think he was inspired by that cheetah, you know, seeing all that big damage? All of a sudden,
I want to do that.
Maybe. Oh yes, nice cancel.
Ooh, I wonder if that was like a grab attempt. Or if we did just anticipate a raw forward move. Oh, big jump from Shark Teeth.
In there. Renia coming into play, yes sir.
Oh, but it stuns you for so much longer. Shark Teeth mistiming it. And might actually, he's going to lose the game on it. He literally has lost the game on it. Oh, unfortunate for Shark Teeth.
You hate to see that.
Yes, you do indeed. That's already 1 game up for Tekken Master. 2
With
games
Bane.
away from winning. Wow.
With Bane.
Is it Bane or Barney?
Whatever you want, my friend.
What would it be in the Middle East? Bane or Barney?
I reckon Bane.
that's like half a question and half like, you know, just talking nonsense. Because I genuinely don't know. Well,
hey man.
Looks like Tekken Master at the very least is feeling comfortable. Dr. Fate? Thinking emoji. Oh, look at that regal Dr. Fate. Look at that gear. My man looks like an Egyptian prince.
Egyptian prince, interesting.
I mean, look at him when it loads up. Look at Dr. Fate and tell me it doesn't just reek of Egyptian royalty.
Don't skip it, guys.
I mean, they're gonna skip it. You just have to stare at it. Look at him. Look at him. Like a gladiator. Like almost
I see
like
where you're coming
centurion. Maximus Decimus Sharktetheus. Okay.
Nice, I like it.
Big meter burn back 3. They're gonna grab. That's how you know a Bane player is feeling themselves. They're just doing back-to-back grabs. Okay. And another stage with the interactable.
Everything's working out for him.
Yeah. Tech grabs for days as well. Meter burn 4-3. Tekken Master is 1,000,000% ahead. Ooh, that was fair.
There's a punish though. Nice activation of the trade. Side switch as well. Beautiful stuff. Oh, he knows nothing about your orb. He does not care. He's Bane.
He just wants to splash on things. Oh no!
Oh, getting hit.
Tekken Master didn't have the bar.
Pops the trade. This could hurt.
Oh my lord!
Level 2, it's still going, man. It's still going. Okay, this should be life orb though.
Nah, he's not going to bother. He knew he was going to be dead. No point. If he went to level 3, all he was going to do was give himself a longer debuff. Okay, this is what Shark Teeth needs. Stop an orb. Surely you just stop an orb, right? Stop an orb and try and build some bar. Oh!
Oh no, beating the backdash.
Okay, big anti.
Nice back 2.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think it was
here
the right
comes the
intention,
zoning.
Shark Teeth.
Oh
no!
What?
Oh, slam dunked again. Tekken Master just cannot be stopped. I feel like this is It's weird, right? Because I feel like this isn't a super optimized Bane, but I feel like this is a classic Tekken Master pick. It is by no means like the best Bane we've ever seen,
Dr. Fate.
but because it's a very simple version of the character, right? But
Bane.
what he's picked Bane to do is very clear. He knows
Fighters
this is a counter pick to
approaching
Shark Teeth. In my opinion, this could be like a pick against Shark Teeth more than it is I'm picking Bane versus his characters, because he knows Shark Teeth so well. And this is a great character for someone like that. If it's momentum-based, if it's very read-focused, how are you getting off the ground? How do you get out of pressure? Bane is a great character for someone like that, especially if you know the ways to make Bane effective in that situation. And Tekken Master will know that against Shark Teeth.
Right there, I don't think that was intentional. It was probably for something else. Again, just hunting down those backdashes. And look at that, already half of the life bar. In fact, 2 though.
Anti-air as well. Okay, tremendous.
Okay, that's the safe spot there. Shooting at that range.
It's the first time we've seen Shark Teeth actually be able to do this. Oh, the wake-up armor.
Oh,
Shark
wow.
Teeth just out of range.
Just out of range. Okay,
This should be a guaranteed life bar.
Eat that. Wait,
Nice.
okay. Nice anti-air there. Showing signs of life. The Shark Teeth in this grand finals.
It's a chance. It is a chance. Master trying to get in again. Walking into those 4-2s. Shark Teeth needs to keep this going. As soon as he builds one, he needs to be spending it. Very nice.
Keeping it unclashable as well, knowing that Tekken Master loves going for that early wager.
Tekken Master, yeah, I think this one's done. I think Shark Teeth definitely has this one.
this
I'd be
is-
very,
this is
very
looking all
surprised if Tekken
Shark
Master
Teeth.
can come back.
Interesting.
Wait,
Oh, he didn't drop
Wait,
into
actually
it.
didn't do
Almost. No, almost. He almost dropped into it.
I thought for sure that was it.
That would have been
Yeah,
fun.
there it is.
All right.
Tekken Master. I feel like Tekken Master might be getting a little bit too confident. I think he spent like
Wins.
60% of that match just forward dashing into projectiles, when normally you would see someone be a bit more patient. But regardless, Tekken Master still has the games to play with. Does he stick with Bane again, or does he now try and... Because obviously Shark Teeth is stuck into Dr. Fate now. So if Tekken Master thinks he has a character for Dr. Fate, do you think he'll go to it?
Probably. He's probably trying something else.
I mean, clearly he has not struggled against Bane, but I guess the question of whether he wants to play more Bane to practice it, or, okay, Batman. Straight to Batman, no messing
He
around.
came to play, yeah. That's it. 2-1, that's it. One game. Give him
Fighters
one game.
approaching Slaughter Swamp.
Okay, so still Shark Teeth able to stop the bleeding somewhat and get a game on the board, but it's still very much stacked against him right now.
Begin.
Let's see, game 4 in this grand finals.
Tekken Master, he has gone to Batman, so of course he's going to be a very, very different style of play from we saw before. I think a big thing though is he's going to have access to much more punishing options. These bats, such amazing tools for just punishing things that are normally so hard to punish. Big shimmy, Tekken Master, not pulling out any of the stops immediately.
Almost 500 damage, same side.
Uh-oh, Restand City.
What's it gonna be? The grab, keeping it simple.
Almost a whole life bar already on just that one sequence, practically. Oh, and there's the whiff punish. That's going to do the life bar. Perfect round for Tekken Master. No, he drops the end, but won't matter. Chip damage, your Shark Teeth gets off the ground. This is it for Tekken Master. This is tournament point.
Yeah, you thought his Bane was nice. Check out my Batman.
Never quit.
I mean, it's decent. Man just likes Batman characters, apparently. Bruce Wayne. So the Tekken Master, he did use a lot of his bar in that situation. Okay. Interactable. It's a little bit of damage from Shark Teeth. Oh, builds one bar, spends it straight away. Master has a trait. Oh, empty jump into the throw. Oh, even a trade. Shark Teeth isn't allowed to get anything going forward.
Oh,
3
no.
again.
And
Shark
this could
Teeth.
be it.
Oh, not enough. I mean,
Okay.
that's got to be it
Almost,
though, right?
but,
Stand in it. Get as little. Just take the life.
Yes.
Take the life back. Stand in
Do
it.
another one, do another one!
Nourishment. No, it's not meant to be. As Tekken Master, in absolutely convincing fashion, will be defeating Shark Teeth and will be your #1 seed at the Injustice 2 Intercontinental Championships in Vienna in just under 2 weeks' time. That now means 6 of the 8 players are confirmed, and Tekken Master is going to be joining K-Top and Wasminator as #1 seeds going into that event. What a top 8. That was super enjoyable.
That was a beauty. That was a beauty. Through and through. Absolutely. Congratulations to both Tekken Master, Shark Teeth, and yeah, Tekken Master once again, the Prince of Bahrain, proving that he is king of the Middle East.
Yes, as always, I feel like we say this a lot, but Tekken Master is the #1 player from the Middle East for a reason, and
He's proving it.
yeah, looking pretty much unchallenged. The fact that he's able to breeze his way to top 8 today, 3-0s all the way, looking very similar in top 8. I think the closest he got was 3-1 perhaps. But just picking out Bane, a new character, and still being dominant, like Tekken Master is definitely the #1 player in this region, and it's not at all surprising to see him make it. So we'll be seeing him in Vienna in 2 weeks' time, as well as Shark Teeth. Of course, thank you very much to everyone else that played as well today. And of course, we cannot forget you lovely guys and girls at home that have been watching us and joining us for this good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are watching from home, for this tournament today. I do believe that might actually be us done for the day.
That's all for today. We're almost through. I mean, we have next week, we do have EU West, which is obviously the last stop. We'll have
next Saturday.
Yes, sir. Memorable names. So we have Dizzy TT. We have lots of games and lots of names with Derpy Mosquito as well. It should be interesting.
I mean, you got Derpy, Orp, Dizzy TT, all these amazing Europeans, that we've seen here and there and everywhere, and that should be a good one. I have no doubt about it.
Final 2.
But yes, indeed. And there's now 2 spots left to go. So just a quick refresher. Australia qualifier was Wasminator first and Gilbag second. Yesterday we had EU East, which was K-Top from Greece first and Do Basic with his Enchantress second. And of course, today you just saw Tekken Master at first and Shark Teeth second for Middle East. So there's 1 cup left to do. It is next Saturday. Do not miss it, as it will be the last qualifier cup before, of course, the actual live top 8 itself. But I must say, it's been a pleasure commentating with you, Mitsu. I don't think we get to do this often enough. So I really appreciate it when we get the opportunity to do so. This has been a lot of fun.
Pleasure all mine, man.
Cool, man. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap things up?
I mean, obviously, like I said, shout outs to the Middle East scene. Shout outs to both the players, obviously the viewers. I mean, we're doing this for you. Thank you so much for joining, and all the, the Illuminati behind the desk, the production team, getting the games going in such a fast pace. It's a beauty, really. Don't have to, wait for such a long time to get the matches going. And yeah, just NetherRealm as a whole, it's almost a celebration for me, going as a player now to somewhat of a commentator, I guess. On the NetherRealm channel, it's definitely for me a huge honor. So thank you very much for having me. And who knows, we might see, we might see where we go from here. But definitely been a huge pleasure. And yeah, take us home, my friend.
Likewise, man. It's been good fun. I've had a lot of fun. But thank you very much for watching, guys. That is all we have time for today, of course. Again, like Mitsu said, shout outs to all the production guys behind the scenes, bringing these tournaments to you so they can take place. But we'll see you guys again next Saturday on the 29th of September. But for now, that is all we have time for. So we're going to be signing out. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see all of you guys next week.